Welcome to the Blind Mike Project. Go to www.blindmike.net for all Blind Mike Project, Why Are You Laughing, and Who Are These Socials information. And now, a man who is definitely not blind because of prodigious amounts of self-love. Welcome, Blind Mike Geary.
Hey, we heard that one before. We're just getting ahead of it before the comments do.
Oh, shit.
This is, we are pre-recording this and then recording it one day after our last episode. And we realized, oh no, we don't have a new intro. The people are going to be furious.
Hack ride's not that quick.
Yeah, I wonder if people even realize we have a new one every week. They're just like, oh, you've been changing it every time?
Yeah, the comments are going to be like, I didn't even notice.
Hack Ride, by the way, I'm excited for his. I don't know what's going on with him.
That's kind of how I like it.
I can't tell if we're enemies or what's happened, but I will say one person messaged me, and shame on me for not saying it on the show because I had the same thought when I was listening to the clips. They asked me based on we got a little more insight into Hack Ride last week. That was the first time we saw him have an actual conversation where he was talking to Richard Ojeda. And this person asked me, they said, hey, maybe I'm late to this and you've been talking about it for weeks. So Justin is Hack Ride, right? And maybe because they were both on the same episode or so, I was like, God, I don't think so. But but I don't know. It's possible. It's more likely than anything else. Why else would this person be doing all this for me?
Yes, it is probably honestly the
my
most
guardian
likely.
angel.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But Hack Ride's tweeting about my girlfriend or something, and then I was like, "What is this? What's going on?" And he's like, "Mike, do I have to lay it out for you? This is a work. I'm working the people." And I was like, do you have to explain to me why you're lying about me on the internet? Yeah, it's once in a while I like an explanation.
That'd be a good one to know.
I can never tell what's a joke, what's real. I don't know what's going on with Hack Ride, but I'm excited for his post show. I think that'll be interesting.
It's going to be mayhem.
If he even cares. By the time we get back from this break, if he even cares about the show anymore, you know?
Yeah, he's not going to care about us.
He's on to bigger and better things already.
Yeah, he's going to continue interviewing Joey C. and Richard Ojeda without us.
Yeah. That sounds pretty lucrative. So we'll see. But we got a lot to get into today because today's the day. Craig's away, so we decided today's the perfect day to break down the Heartbreak and Havre de Grace. The Havre de Grace massacre. And show you guys, not just Tom Myers and Dat Phan, but some of the unsung heroes that we got to see that night. Because you forget we saw like 15 other comedians.
Right.
So this was a pretty exhilarating experience all the way around. So we'll get to introduce you into that a little bit and play some of that for you. I have no idea how we got the audio. I guess the sound guy must have released it. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube or something. But we were able to find the audio of that evening. So thank goodness for that. And but first I want to tell you that there was a write-up done on Why You Laughing. And I feel it may not be appropriate for Why You Laughing. So I thought we should do it on this program, if you'll indulge us for a moment, because there are some references to some of the people that have contributed to this show.
Yes.
So, excuse me, sorry. How does the Dickens in here? We get the fan on. Someone reached out to me. She's known as the stand-up comic historian, and she told me that she was originally the Bo Burnham historian, and then kind of, spread her wings out a little bit. Yet the interview, you would think I was like Bo Burnham's manager or something.
He came up quite a bit.
And believe me, I'm happy to go along with it. Sure. I love Bo Burnham. There's a few people I can talk to him this in depth about. So why the hell not? But at a certain point, I was like, you don't think I'm like his dim-witted brother or something, dude. What is the? Why are you reaching out to me for all this? But it was a lot of Bo Burnham oriented. But I guess you became a fan of Why Are You Laughing? It found the Women in Comedy episode.
Oh boy.
Which is, yeah, I feel like if that's the one episode you listen to, you may not have a full grasp on what the show is.
Yeah,
and also,
ladies hated.
well, the framing of there was one question that was framed as she asked me to something like name some of your favorite comedians or whatever, and she said if it includes people such as Louis C.K. and Dave Chappelle, please couch it in a way that's sensitive to my trans and female readers. It's like, all right, so I don't know how honest I should be in all this, so why not have a little fun? So I told some harsh truths about the inner workings here on the Blind Mike Project. So, Craig, if you could point some of these out. First of all, this is also weird. I've never done, I don't know if this is how like Gentleman's Quarterly operates.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way it worked with this was she sent me questions and I answered them. And then in the article, it's written as if we're having like a back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent the answers. And then like in the article, she's like, really? Now that's interesting. I don't know if that's how it's normally done, but
I mean, I can't remember the last time an interview was put down on paper like this and not just actually recorded and
yeah, I wanted to be like, can I just call you instead of typing? This is very arduous for me, but
please record it.
But luckily I had the improv ability to think on my feet and make it a little more interesting than it would have been if I answered like I did for a lot of questions very seriously.
It started off more serious, given like
So let's start at the beginning because she gives us some of her background, right?
Let me scroll back up here.
I was not aware of this part. This was not part of the interview process.
Which part?
She talks about herself, right?
At some point, I forget where. I do remember that happening.
Okay. Well, good. We've got Craig's memory at least.
I found that, I don't know if this is exactly what you're talking about, but I found this very strange.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, another Massachusetts Boston boy." And then she said, "What is up with the area of comedy? Bo Burnham, Pete Holmes, Gary Goldman, Bill Burr, Conan O'Brien."
Did she say that? I didn't. I'll be honest. I skimmed to make sure certain parts of this were in there.
She just lumped you in with them, which was very fun.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Bo Burnham, Gary Goldman, Conan O'Brien, and a guy who talks about all of them.
And then she said, "Lots of super tall guys and Bill, haha, from there who went on to the stand-up business. Weird. Is there something in the water?"
I'm not particularly tall, and we didn't get into that.
I don't know.
I'm 5'11". That's probably about average, right?
Yeah. Thanks for taking the time, she says. Wow, that was nice.
You're welcome.
But I do like immediately one of the first things in the article is putting you on that playing field.
Yeah. By the way, she seems super nice. This is not anything to do with her. I'll just say there were certain questions, and she sent me an interview that she did, like something on YouTube that she did, that led me to believe that if I was like, well, I was started as an intern at Barstool Sports, things might have gone awry pretty quickly.
Oh, you know what? I don't want to do this at all.
Yeah, I figured why kick over an anthill when we can have a little fun.
And then are you looking for when the only thing she knows Opie and Anthony from?
I don't know if I saw that either. Let's hear it.
You said that you were a big O&A fan and all that stuff, and how you started getting into stand-up because of Comedy Central Presents. So she was like, "Oh, I watched a ton of stuff on Comedy Central." Sure. She says that channel was a goldmine. "I only know Opie and Anthony from Bill Burr's infamous rant about Philly in 2006.
It's very odd. That's a very odd thing to know them from, considering they were in the building, but not part of it.
Yeah. It's where I'm from. I got a real kick out of that evisceration of the city of brotherly love." And then she wrote TW F slur.
Okay.
She wrote
a reference to the Philly rant. I don't know what that is.
She didn't write the F slur. She just literally wrote F slur, so I don't get it at all.
Yeah. Well, that's where I feel like if she knew the real me, we might have a slight. She may not care for me. I don't think.
Yeah. Then you get into why you laughing, because of the rewatchables.
Oh, damn it!
What?
That was supposed to be another reference.
I
think she may have corrected some spelling there.
Did you write relaughable?
I wrote Bill Simmons relaughable. I was like, odds are she's gonna make a correction here.
Yeah. But basically, that's where you got the idea. Oh, here it is. You said stand-up is an art form's never gotten much respect, so you did a show like this to kind of, I'm summarizing. And then she goes, absolutely, that's kind of why I had created this website as well.
Yes.
First, as a place to house my Bo deep dives from Twitter, and then as a location for all things Bo and stand-up comedy.
That's interesting to do this for one human being.
I know.
Because there's weeks of Why Are You Laughing where I'm like, I feel like people have heard enough about this topic or whatever. If I was focused on one individual, I feel like I would run out of shit.
I completely agree with you that stand-up, for whatever reason, is unfairly maligned and not considered worthy of serious analysis.
Yes. Much like the relaughables.
Yeah. Hopefully more people get with the program about how fascinating this form of artistic expression is. And yeah, comedians are artists, so I agree with the podcast.
Damn sure. This is nice. I didn't get any of this feedback.
It's because it wasn't a real conversation.
I know. But it's nice to know what she... yes, so she's nodding to all of my answers.
So here's where we get into the first... Oh, okay, this isn't as serious as we thought.
I don't think that's how she took it.
No.
I think she was like, wow, this guy has overcome some real odds here.
No, there's a lot of inside jokes coming up in a second. Apparently so inside people didn't even remember.
Yes.
How'd you get others involved with your podcast? Are they friends of yours or comics or both? I've noticed a mix of people in the episodes I've seen.
It's not true, by the way.
It's basically just us.
Craig's been on virtually every one except one, I think.
I think at most 3 back in the vaulted days.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, but there's been 3 guys.
Yeah. The podcast started out with 4 of us, mostly so I wanted to have people to bounce off of and keep it conversational.
It's true.
The guy that went by Matt from Rhode Island was our original producer. I had briefly dabbled in the art world, and he bought one of my paintings.
Now, that's true.
That is true.
For anyone that doesn't even know this, which maybe this was too inside, Matt from Rhode Island, it was hanging in the Vaulted Podcast studio. He's the guy that bought the drawing of Kirk that I did.
Right.
I thought more people knew that. I don't know if anyone caught it or not, but I am an accomplished artist in that way.
If you just come out and paint the picture, pun, haha, it's not as funny. And if you got that, then I don't get how people didn't remember that.
I'm surprised, but maybe if they didn't know it was Matt, I could see not getting that.
That's true. That's true. And I don't know if it was on camera or not, but it was hanging in Vaulted Studios for at least.
It was, yeah.
We developed a relationship through that. But mixing business and pleasure often gets messy.
No, if I'm an interviewer, I'm like, the hell does that mean?
You're in love with this guy?
Business and pleasure. You sold him a painting and pleasure is involved? No.
Craig, who is like a son to me.
You're 2 years older than me, 3 years older than me.
Yeah. Grew very jealous of how close Matt and I had gotten and basically forced me to choose between them.
Also true. Remember when you went on your little hissy fit? You stomped your feet.
Yeah.
You didn't like how much time I was spending with Matt.
Yeah, I punched a couple holes in the walls in the vault.
Sure.
I was pissed. Well, Matt was a far more capable producer and much better fit on air. I met Craig.
Find where I'm lying here.
I met Craig when my family took him in as a kid. He was a very special guy, and my parents called him as my parents called him, and has been beaten overwhelming obstacles to live a somewhat independent life.
Hey, good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's really special what you've done. It's really swell.
And if you guys are
You're
thinking,
you're like Kramer in the episode where he's wearing the white sneakers. Yeah, I live alone now. I got my own place.
Well, it's not over, the Matt Craig drama. It was tough for me because Matt was so much better for the show.
Yes.
But Craig's brother Chris,
That's
I don't know if does anyone get that besides me?
That's a very inside one. You'd
That's
have to go. We talked about it on the show, though, right?
Oh, we made a whole thing of it.
Craig, rather.
Yeah.
Craig told some lady to bring him up on stage. She was like, "What are your credits?" And he's like, "I created the Blind Mike Project."
That's not what I said. That's what she decided to say.
So some lady brings Craig on stage to do his stand-up. Guys, put your hands together. You know him as the creator of the Blind Mike Project, Chris Akone.
I wonder if I should. I know I have that on my other computer, but it's so funny because I've known her forever.
We're a real successful show when we have to explain our own inside references. Like you guys probably didn't listen like 8 months ago, so we'll tell you.
I was long. I think it was like a year ago now.
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
But Craig's brother Chris was a hilarious stand-up and basically taught me everything I know.
It's true. He gave me the name for the podcast.
Yeah. I'd like to enjoy the time I have with Craig for however long he has left.
Now, to me, that would warrant what happened to him?
Is he dying?
I'm clearly intimating that you don't have a lot. And buddy, you're fighting like hell, and boy, don't I know it.
This is
but I think that warrants like a what? Hey, for color for the article, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
This is one of my favorite parts of the whole article.
If you put Craig's life in the box of overcoming being severely handicapped, it's pretty impressive.
That's true.
You know,
that's very true.
Like, start looking at Craig that way.
That's right. I am the American dream. The fourth voice on the show is Mike Harris. People might remember that. His departure is a much lighter story. He was really there for comedic relief and his social media prowess.
That's true. I saw what a dynamo he was on Twitter. I said, this guy's got the goods. He's going to know how to, when I get riled up by some of the comments, this guy's going to know how to, throw some cold water on me and calm me down.
He left after making partner at his law firm.
Congratulations to him.
Good for him. Thanks for the breakdown. Craig seems like a great guy, and I completely agreed with him about South Park beating Family Guy, hands down.
See, that's kind of the thing where it's like he's really smart.
Ooh.
That's like when people find out I'm blind for some reason, like talk a little louder.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But she has no idea what was wrong with it. But she's just like, I'll throw him a bone. He's right about, that South Park take was good.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't say that, by the way.
I don't think anyone has yet to say Family Guy's better.
Like I and the rest of the audience, as if it was Craig's idea.
I also know a lot of attorneys. My dad is one, and so is my ex-husband and his father. So I totally get having to focus on your legal work. It's a very demanding job.
I think the ex-husband, it might be a recent ex. We did not have very long exchanges, yet that came up a lot for some reason. Like, it's just like my ex-husband says. I'm like,
she thinks you're cute.
Something happened? Yeah, are we flirting? What's going on here?
Process pretty simple. You go back and forth between serious answers and then like jokes.
I answered. I'll give you a peek inside the mind. I'll let you into my James Lipton studio here. I realized what a douche I would say. So she reached out to me and I was like, yeah, what the hell? Because I don't know how many people read this website, but I was like, that's nice just that she cares enough to do an interview about why you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized what a douche I would sound like if anyone found it. And I'm like, well, you see, I was thinking one day, comedy. A spotlight shines on me. I'm wearing a turtleneck.
Then she asked, what's your favorite episodes that you've uploaded? Least favorite. Are there any subjects you wanted to that just didn't work out for some reason.
Boy, were there. And this I've kept quiet for I've bit my tongue on this, even though I felt, a slap on the wrist at the very least was deserved.
There could be a hoax involved here. You guys be the judge. Your favorite episode is Lenny Bruce and the Three Stooges. I love those episodes. So you start off telling the truth.
You don't know that. I could be lying.
It's true. But I also love doing episodes on Patrice and Norm. The only episode I've refused to release was discussing the use of blackface in comedy.
It's a real shame.
Given the current climate, with people like Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman answering for their past use in episodes of 30 Rock and It's Always Sunny being removed, I thought it'd make for an interesting discussion.
Yeah, and you know what? It did, in my mind. Little did I know what was happening behind my back, taking advantage of my disability.
Yeah, but after recording the episode, Hackride informed me that Craig was in full minstrel show era blackface.
It was described to me as think Al Jolson but more offensive. Blackface that makes Ted Danson blush.
Yeah. Being blind, I didn't catch it.
I didn't.
Although
I wish I had.
This is the funniest part. Although I did notice a few of the impressions he did felt a little stereotypical. He was going for some sort of joke or commentary that just did not land. I accepted his apology, but refused to air it.
Yeah, when Craig kept calling me Mammy, I thought that was
This is the part. God bless this lady. Yeah, blackface is a really tricky subject to discuss, especially if it's just white guys with no other perspectives at the table. Best not to go there, in my opinion.
Oh, well, I think you might have skipped over the part that I liked. Or maybe you read it and I just didn't catch it. But she says, I said I didn't catch it because I was blind. And she interjects, a totally valid excuse.
Oh, it's in parentheses.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Yep.
Is that the phrasing? A totally what?
Totally valid excuse, exclamation mark.
Yeah, I like that she's calling the dogs off. Like, hey.
Thank God she complimented me before this part.
Stand-up comedy historian fans, stand down.
I have to check out the Lenny Bruce episode. I'd first heard of him in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. More Bo Burnham shit.
That's funny. The first time I ever heard of Lenny Bruce was the completely fictionalized version of
him. Some Norm talking about Bo Burnham.
Yeah, that was the biggest stuff, I think.
Some more Bo. Holy fuck!
There was a lot of Bo Burnham and Mulaney.
Yeah.
She asked me about Mulaney, and I made the mistake of mentioning that I was at the Baby J taping. I thought we were starting a whole new article. She was like, "Well, with the Emmys coming up, what are your predictions?" I was like, "What Emmys?
Yeah.
I don't know."
That was at the end of this, right? Anything else that you remember?
No. I said she asked how I prep some of the information, and I said one of the things I listed was a lot of the interviews that I'll go through by some of the great interviewers like Dick Cavett, Larry King, John Melendez.
Oh yeah.
And I said there was one thing I said about Hackride where I mentioned that we sent him the episodes because he's kind of our program director around here.
Yeah.
For final say so, he gets final cut on all the episodes. And I also I don't know if this is in there or not.
I got one here.
Go ahead.
I would say my blindness might not be what drove me.
This is what I was talking about.
More audio-driven formats like radio, podcast, stand-up. I discovered guys like John Mulaney and Hannibal Buress on Pandora years ago. When watching specials, I do miss a lot of facial expressions and visual cues, but often Hackride is around to whisper in my ear, which is oddly comforting.
Again, I'd be like, does this man live with you? What's the situation here?
Who's Hackride?
Well, I told you, he's the program director here. So I think that was about it.
Her response is fucking hilarious.
Oh, let me hear it.
That's great. You have a friend to help you out.
That's what I tell myself every day. It's good to have friends.
Man, has Bo Burnham met this lady?
I think she met him once. She was at Gerard Carmichael's. She's probably everywhere he goes.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
The Women in Comedy episode was Katie's suggestion. Wasn't mine.
Oh, that's another one. I said,
I got it right here if you want me
okay.
to.
This is not even an inside reference to us, technically. It's more of like a Shane Gillis inside reference.
We do focus more on male comics. Up until recently, it's been predominantly male industry, and we are discussing. As Craig always says, as podcasters, we need to push boundaries.
What I would like there in the article is a picture of you in blackface.
Or Hackman could have made one. Now his bad boy shock jock mentality is often misguided and gets him in trouble. But I do think there's something to be said for not being afraid of the backlash. You
inspire me. Your bad boy image inspires me.
You should have called it Blacklash. Just like step in it. She goes, "Oh, definitely." Gotta ruffle some feathers online. That's what she says.
Yeah, this was it was fun. It was fun to do. I don't know how many people read it, but it was fun.
And she's posted a random picture of Bo in his Pee Wee Herman shirt.
Yeah, it was a lot of pictures, huh?
So many pictures.
I wonder why. Is that how the kids do blogging now?
This next part was you were talking about the Simpsons episode?
Was I?
Yeah, for a second.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, she was like, why didn't you mention why didn't you go more in depth on something related to the Simpsons? And I said that, well, my Simpsons knowledge isn't that vast, so that's probably what led me to this answer.
Yeah, simply because my this is the hardest I laughed out loud just because it was so dumb. I loved it. My Simpsons knowledge isn't that deep. The Simpsons episodes that we did, I leaned on our guest, Carl Hamburger from Why Do I Podcast.
Is she right, Carla?
No.
This lady doesn't listen to me.
I knew she's probably like, he's blind. She was probably
that she fact checked.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Not completely, because Why Do I Podcast made it.
Yeah, right.
That episode will be on my top of the next one to watch. Blah blah. Man, there are so many.
I think that's about it.
She's just putting pictures of her own personal shirts and shit on here. Or
a lot of pictures.
Towels, yep, Simpsons everywhere.
But people seem to enjoy it. So go. She very super nice lady. I forget her name, but sweet as pie. So go to, I think it's just the stand-up comedy historian.
Yep. She goes by such, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, stand-up comedy historian.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
We got there.
But
check that out. Support that lady. Now, that was a little fun that we had at the top of the program. And the way I'm looking at today's episode is that's kind of like when a company hires a comedian to open like a corporate retreat of some kind. Because now it's sort of like, hey, that was fun, right, gang? Because the rest of this is going to be excruciating. This is going to be an undying hell that we're going to all get through together. So buckle up. You're going to want to go home, but there's no turning around now.
Yeah, we haven't done one of these. How long can we go before we tap out things?
This is a tap out episode. Here's what August has been like for the Blind Mike Project. Because I appreciate you guys being we're a small but powerful audience here. Hopefully growing all the time. And June and July were probably our two best months ever, right?
Last month was the best this show's done, yes.
Yeah, especially on YouTube, like by far.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, what if we used August to bring that to a grinding halt? Let's stop putting in any effort and and really slam on the brakes of anything resembling any sort of success. So we put the kibosh on that real quick. We barely posted any clips this month. No segments, nothing. We said August can fuck itself and we'll take it easy.
But I feel like we put out more than we have in a while. Or we've
yeah,
just
well, that's the thing is I try to make sure there's always something. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed some of the vacation content. Hopefully all three of us are back cooking in September. But yeah, August has been a bit of a slow month here, and I decided to end it with like, let's see if you can even make it through this. You know,
let's really turn them around.
hey, you thought the last few episodes weren't as fun as usual. So first, let me tell you, if you want to support the show, if you want to get us back on track, the best way to motivate us is going to blindmike.net. You can support the show for free there, whether it be Apple, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. All the links are there, including the YouTube, which you guys should subscribe. That helps more people see the show, helps us get into people's algorithms. If you know people that like the topics we talk about, if you comment and like and subscribe and all that, it helps get those eyes on us. And if you want to support the show even more, subscribe to the Patreon. We have YouTube memberships available as well. But personally, I think the best bang for your buck is the Patreon, where you can get bonus Why You Laughing, as you get early episodes of Why You Laughing. Episodes like this, when we pre-record Blind Mike Project and don't go live, we post these on Patreon first. So you would have gotten this 5 days early or something, as well as Quincy and whatever other stuff we decide to do on there. So subscribe to the Patreon if you'd be so kind, or support the show for free, whatever you're more comfortable with. And go support. You guys running any new scams come fall, Greg?
No scams. No scams. At least not on purpose.
Verygoodshow.org is where you can find Craig, and go follow Hack Ride on YouTube. Support the boys that support this show, and let's get into it. So any of you that weren't around for this, for the description, because I think the full breakdown was just on Patreon, right? So we talked about our experience in Havre de Grace, and we played some of it on the show. But today is a day where we find out who are the weak, and we leave you behind. Because if you can't get through this episode, imagine being there. Imagine driving to Maryland for this.
It must have been awesome to do that, actually.
It actually was a lot of fun, but until it wasn't. But let's just get into it. So we were very pleasantly surprised, because I thought basically your two headliners were going to be Tom Myers and Dat Phan. I thought they were each going to do like half an hour or something. But good news, because Tom Myers was opening the show. And, he was worried that, we took out of context some of the things he said. So we should probably analyze all of it right now.
Did you see, by the way, they're running that show back?
What does that mean?
Dat Phan and Friends has Tom Myers. I forget where, but they're doing it again.
Oh, well, good. Christ, another Thursday gone for me.
We should go back and sit there stone-faced. Don't react at all.
Yeah, is this better, cocksuckers?
I can see, you piece of shit.
Yeah, all right, let's hear Tommy.
I've been doing comedy for a long time. And everybody, please give a great big warm Havre de Grace welcome for your host this evening, Tom Myers.
Oh,
listen to that pop.
Big pop.
You turn that up a little?
Yes.
Thank you all so much for coming out. Some of you got here a little early. I know there was a little bit of confusion about the start time of the show. They wanted me to make another announcement. Actually, the show starts at 9. So
that would have been nuts.
That would have been so funny.
A lot funnier than that, I promise. So. No, thank you so much.
Here you are.
You're going to hear a lot of me and Justin.
Because I had a milestone birthday. I just turned 40 this year.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
With pausing, we're going to be here for 8 hours.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's their fault.
That's true.
Support the show more.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means, really. I kind of just said it, and you agreed with me. Yeah, so this starts. Keep that birthday thing in mind. So Tom mentions his birthday. As we go through this, you're going to want that in the back of your mind.
Yes. Good news, guys. Only 131 minutes left.
Oh my God! Hold on, pause. I thought you said it was an hour and a half.
Oh, sorry. An hour and 31 minutes left.
Oh, thank God.
You almost did a spit take.
That's over. That 131 minutes is over 2 hours.
I know.
Okay, all right. That eases some of the tension.
Does it? It's still the same to me.
Which is fitting because without warning, I will go ahead and dry hump your leg at random.
No.
Oh, Tom, don't you do it.
A lot of people are down on birthdays about getting older, but I'm not. I love birthdays. Some of my greatest memories happened on my birthday. My 18th birthday, my uncle got me a lap dance.
Woo! Yeah!
I tipped him $10. He was actually pretty good.
You see? Hold on. I don't know if you guys got the nuance.
There are some things that make me nervous.
The uncle was giving the lap dance, you see.
That at least was a properly structured joke.
That actually, you know what? You're 100% right, actually. That is his best setup punchline. Like, it's a little corny. You know, it's got the, what was the fella's name vibe to it.
It's a great joke.
But, yeah, but it's like a street joke. But that's maybe his best joke of the night.
Let's let him do it.
Yeah, let's find out.
It's just that it's going to be the first time I'll have to do it for medical purposes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Justin's repulsed.
I'm actually doing a lot of stuff to make myself healthier. For example, I started taking steroids.
No.
That way it prevents my balls from drooping. And to be honest, I'm already starting to grow man boobs, so I'm just speeding up the process, if anything.
Now, I don't know what that meant.
Did you hear, Justin?
Hold on. Go back a little bit.
He goes, "Woo, titties."
But that maybe you could like spin our reactions into us being dicks. Like if you know our intention, we're polishing up a real fucking turd here.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know what that means. I'm speeding up the process, if anything. Like, I guess steroids give you tits if you stop working out on them or after long enough time doing it. But if you're already growing them, that's why you're taking it. It's such a convoluted, as Tom Myers often is. It's such a convoluted fucking joke.
Are we playing every comics full thing that we have here, or just...
Bet you're bippy we are.
Oh God. Okay.
To be honest, I'm already starting to grow man boobs, so I'm just speeding up the process, if anything. I know you're looking at me like, really? You're only 40? You look a lot older. Yes. If you ever wanted to see a millennial who looks like a Gen Xer, congratulations. You can cross that off on your bucket list. I'm not Gen X.
What's he talking about?
I'm technically what's known as a millennial, so technically I'm Gen Triple X. Because my generation.
I like that one.
Fans. But I'm at that really cool age where we were in school, and like those of us who remember going to school in the late '80s, early '90s, we were excited when we got to.
Whoa!
There was no.
Oh, go like I guess middle school.
Late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah, okay. I guess if he was in like middle or elementary school or something. I was gonna say Tom's only like 40. I thought he went high school in the late '80s.
I graduated in '86.
I don't think that's right, Tom.
I think you're fibbing, buddy.
Work to be done. We would play a game called Oregon Trail. That game was. It was kind of a rip-off.
Remember how hard it took, or how long it took to find this last time?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because to play Oregon Trail, what you do is you collect a family, you buy supplies, and you travel from Independence, Missouri.
This kind of goes into Tom's psyche.
It was before Xbox Live.
Because his mind, he's like arrested in this state of like a second grader kind of.
Right.
Playing Oregon Trail. Because like a lot of these kids today, they have games where you could like die.
Hey, this game from the '80s is kind of antiquated.
Oregon Trail, the only ways you could die were typhoid and dysentery. Like kids today, they have games where you can go out in a place of glory. My generation, contaminated food and bloody diarrhea.
Did you guys see Chappelle's new hour? He finally roasts Pong.
At
At long last, he takes down asteroids.
And I remember there was this one computer game we were playing. It was about mammals. And the object of the game was you would go ahead and click on the name of the mammal, and it would tell you how to pronounce the name of the mammal when you clicked on the name. Sounds pretty cool, right? There were a couple problems there. They had one of the animals they had was a donkey, but they didn't call it a donkey. They called it an ass.
Oh, Justin, we all saw it coming, buddy.
Also, did you know that there's a mammal called a dick?
What? No.
Get out of town, Tom.
It's a species of antelope. So you get like 30 middle schoolers.
Hold on. I want to just pause here. First of all, the premise that there are animals called ass and dicks. I mean, that's highbrow stuff. But wait till you see what he does with it, gang. I mean, again, it's what like if your nephew, Craig, if one of your kids said this, they're probably at the age where you're like, that's a little immature.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
30 Hartford County public middle schoolers in one room. Here's what you get. Ass, dick, ass, dick, ass, dick, ass, dick.
I really remembered him getting more for this.
Dick, ass, dick, ass. I don't have that much material, so I'm just trying to fill time. Dick, ass, dick. Then he goes up to one kid, black-footed ferret. Nerf! Dick, ass, dick. We're the last class. We're the first and last class to ever use that program. Because we can't,
It's so weird how the memory works. I remember him getting a standing O for this.
Not quite the same, is it?
Jenny Ramirez in math class. She has a nice.
It's like pause. You know what it's like. You ever see the episode of Always Sunny when they go back to their high school reunion?
Yes.
And they're like they've all embarrassed themselves, and they're like, you know what? To win everyone over, we've got to do the plan. And they start singing, and they do a choreographed dance and singing "Freedom" by Queen, or is it Queen? I forget.
No.
David Bowie, something like that. One of those,
One of those.
George Michael, I don't know, one of them. And they start singing, and in their minds, they're fucking nailing it. And then the show just shows you the regular, like everyone else's view. And they're all off key. The sound is coming out of fucking Mac's iPhone. It's all horrendous. That's like, in my mind, that was, fucking Pryor live on the Sunset Strip. And then when I hear back the audio, I'm like, oh, shit.
Not only did you think it was Pryor in person, you didn't make noise listening back.
I know. Not even I cheered in reality.
Relax. It was before people were woke, before people became PC, all that fun stuff. We were all 40 kids back in middle school in my day. We were. At least I was. My mother would come into my bedroom and be like, Tom, do you have a lava lamp on in here? What is this? Not a lava lamp, Mom. Dick.
What?
But,
I didn't even get that.
40 recently. My dad just turned 70.
I don't get any of it.
And he's at that point in his life now where it's like he just doesn't give a shit. He's not even a boomer. He's before boomers. Like he's the silent generation, which is quite ironic because that generation's never been silent about anything.
Oh, that's a nice roasting of an entire generation. They can't keep their trap shut.
Motherfuckers.
But right after my dad turned 78, I sat down and talked with him. I went, so Dad, how do you like being 78? And he goes, I never planned to live this long.
Like your dad's voice, dude.
In case any of you are wondering,
Just these impressions, they sound like the real people.
Like me, my dad was born and raised in Baltimore, a city that considers gunshots outside.
Do you know what Tom is when he does impressions? Pause real quick. When Tom does impressions, you ever seen Gene Cousineau, like Henry Winkler's character in Barry?
Yeah.
when he's like auditioning for a part.
Yes.
Hey, I'm walking here. It's all the most basic and same voice for every character that he takes on.
A lot of younger comics, they'll try to troll me, they'll try to text me, they'll try and teach me how to do comedy. And I've been doing this a long time.
Because they hear you.
But I've been doing this since your parents were trying to plan B your sorry ass, all right?
Woo.
Trying. Wait, hold on. This is again where Tom doesn't understand the world. You just take Plan B is just a pill. Am I wrong?
I believe so.
Try it. Would that imply like they have some sort of gag reflex, like they can't swallow pills, or what?
I was gonna say she can't quite.
Yeah, what's the trying aspect of that?
She can't coordinate.
And that's also like there were people in the like fucking Dat's father-in-law was in the audience. So it's like he's talking to all of us as if we're like 18. I've been doing stand-up since you were getting Plan B'd, as they say. It's like, so you've been doing it 32 years in my case? That doesn't you were 8?
He did it in his living room like Eddie Murphy.
All right, oh, that surprised you?
It did surprise me.
Singing us lullabies with a smoker's voice, that wasn't disgusting, but that was
Woman's right to
a lot of comics will ask me for some younger comics will ask me for advice though, which is interesting.
He corrected himself. He couldn't even tell that lie. A lot of comics ask me for advice. Some.
Once in a while, someone's like, "How do you get on that show? How do you physically get booked for that?"
All right, fine. One guy asked me.
It was Nick Mullen.
And I said, say something racist, you're getting accused of sexual assault? It's 23, what do you want to say? White jokes? No, fuck that shit. I do find though.
It feels like a guy that's about to have a breakdown. Jesus.
The more I do this,
Fuck that
the
shit.
more I can relate to female comedians.
Fuck you.
He just starts doing the Kramer. 50 years ago, you would have been upside down with a pitchfork in your ass.
A bunch of racist white incels who talk shit about me on their podcasts.
What?
But unlike most female comedians, I don't get unsolicited dick pics in my inbox
Inbox.
because I asked for them.
Oh, he loves dick.
Havre and Grace, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Listen to
All right. Listen, we're gonna see
that. Hey, enough applause. I can only take so much.
a lot of other comedians coming out tonight, and I got my good friend Dat Phan. He's going to be coming up later at the end of the show.
I should have booed. Oh, how I wish how we booed.
I know.
All right, pause 1 second. I just want to give a message to the folks out there. If you've made it this far, just comment, "Hello, Havre to Grace." And that way we'll have an idea. I'm expecting maybe one comment. maybe Drew Peeballs wanted to relive this event.
Wait, should it be a different comment? Because people might just write that anyway.
All right. Ass, dick, ass, dick, ass.
Okay, much better.
That's how we'll know you got this far into the episode. Okay. With each with each one, we'll do a different marker to let us know where you got.
I'm going to go ahead and bring out one of my friends. Every single performer I booked on this show tonight is one of my friends. I've known them all. I've worked with them for a long time, so I don't need to memorize any introductions.
Because I already fucked this one up.
We're going to bring up your first comic for the evening. You guys ready?
We're gonna miss Tom though. We're trying to get over that.
He hails from the magical place known as Bel Air, Maryland.
Okay, hold on. Go back. Remember what he said a minute ago? This guy is one of my best buddies. I mean, we are thick as thieves. I was the best man at his wedding.
So he does like that snap thing. He's from
I don't have to think of any words about this son of a bitch right here, whose name is I mean, come on, this guy. Get up here, Chief. What do you say?
Park at Camden Yards and cheering his ass off for your Baltimore Ravens,
Okay, wait. Please
Oh.
rewind a little bit. This is the next comic we're about to see. So, as an audience, we just got done seeing the comedy stylings of Tom Myers. You judge for yourself how good or bad that was. But now, whoa. Let's not get crazy here. The stage is about to be set because, guys, buckle up. You're about to see someone who's a fan of not one, but two sports.
And I don't need to memorize any introductions. They're all great performers. You're all gonna love them as much as I do. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up your first comic for the evening. You guys ready?
Jeez, what is his name?
He hails from the magical place known as Bel Air, Maryland. You may have seen him as Mr. Splash down at Oriole Park at Camden Yards and cheering his ass off for your Baltimore Ravens. Applause for Ryan Luna.
His credits are he likes baseball.
Hold on, what was his name? Ryan Lona? Guys, if you've ever been to a Ravens home game, you may have had a chance interaction with our next comic.
He was hammered in the bleachers.
He hails from the magical place known as Bel Air, Maryland. You may have seen him as Mr. Splash down at Oriole Park at Camden Yards and cheering his ass off for your Baltimore Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Ryan Luna.
Ryan Lona.
Lona.
Oh, the Ravens fan.
Oh, right.
Oh, of course.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Guys, just celebrating my 29th birthday, which is
Okay, now remember when I said, hold on a second. Remember when I said, this starts a theme now, where I believe, I can't remember if this is when Drew Peebles leaned into me and said, what is it, everyone's birthday tonight?
It's everyone's birthday.
It was a weird theme throughout the night, but then it gets more and more ridiculous. Like, it's like, yeah, like 6 months ago was we'll get there. I don't want to spoil any of the big jokes.
Oh yeah, big, huge jokes.
it's exciting, but it's a little scary because it means I gotta, start growing up, becoming an adult. So I did a really adult thing recently. I finally went
It's a
out
good thing to have your first thought at 29 that you should start growing up.
The first thing you do as an adult. You guys remember when Facebook was fun? None of you, exactly. It's been that long. Like Facebook used to be simple, believe it or not.
Not even a punchline.
Like, ooh, wonder how my Florida doing today. Oh, thanks for reminding me of that birthday, Facebook.
Oh,
They love birthdays.
Crap. Turns out my aunt's racist. Like, Thanksgiving's gonna be awkward now, She'll be like, I'll have the white meat. Yeah, you would. White meat.
Oh, God.
Everyone look on Facebook now is a debate.
Racists only eat white meat? Is that the rule of thumb?
I don't know about you, but I'm a dark meat guy.
That's stunning based on this logic.
Yeah.
The government to take away our guns so they can take over the world. I remember reading that thinking like,
I'm so sorry to everyone that's listening.
Why? This is good comedy.
So good. You know what kind of pictures I send women? Ass, dick, ass, dick, ass.
This is what's impressive is it makes you beg for Tom Myers back. Because at least he's interesting.
True.
Everyone's mad about everything on Facebook. It's insane. It's crazy. I was reading another debate. They're talking about apparently they don't teach cursive handwriting in school.
Meanwhile, no one at this show is probably on Facebook anymore.
No.
It was the worst thing that happened to these people that day.
I get 500 notifications on my Facebook thing right
I
now.
want to be able to sign documents. Like, yeah, there's a lawyer out there who's like, I can't accept this. The letters aren't squiggly.
What?
Other guy was like, how are they going to be able to read the Constitution? Like, yeah, someone should probably put that online in print.
This dude does not know how to avoid plosives.
Yeah.
It's a forgotten written language nobody uses anymore. Why should we keep teaching it? How far back do you think that phenomenon goes? Think there's some dudes in ancient Egypt, all mad because they stopped teaching hieroglyphics in schools? Like, what you need?
Did he just say that?
Boy? Back in my day, we just said eyeball, cornstalk, guy doing this. And it was fine.
That was a genuine laugh.
Was it?
Sounded it.
I didn't even get the joke.
I didn't either, but it
You
sounded.
just think it's a genuine laugh when you don't hear my specific laugh.
Yeah.
But I've been single for a while now.
Is it Lieutenant Kirk that was at Schaub? Is that him doing the laugh?
Probably. Yeah.
He was like, aha!
Yeah.
She works at Wawa.
I love Wawa.
You like Wawa?
I love Wawa.
Yeah, I was when somebody made me laugh. Yeah, let's put us on for a sandwich maker. That's fine. It's even worse with my sister. My sister recently went on vacation. As a souvenir, she brought me back a voodoo doll. It was like designed to help me find love and a happy relationship. That's when I realized that I've been single so long.
Is that how voodoo dolls work?
Dark eyes.
See, they're all like bizarre premises that the audience can tell didn't happen.
All the women there come up to me, tell me how cute and attractive they think I am, which is cool, but like it's a little weird because I work in a retirement home. Like you laugh, elderly women are aggressive.
I'm also curious to see if anyone has a favorite when
They
this is
know
done.
what they want and they will go for it. I'll give you
gonna
an
be
example. I was
Tom.
calling bingo recently, and I called out the number 069.
Oh,
Yeah.
We all know it's coming.
Then a 94-year-old woman looked me dead in the eyes and winked. So the voodoo doll's working, is what I'm trying to say. It's fantastic.
Wait, what? The voodoo dolls were? You have a voodoo doll of your sister, so the 90-year-old wants to fuck you?
So, yeah, the sister got a voodoo doll for relationship, but it's made grandmas want to tongue his balls.
You know, like the other day, I'll give you an example. We were at Wendy's. At the end of the transaction, the lady behind the counter said,
You're gonna lie to me. Tell me there's a woman in the car ready to tongue my balls.
My dad was just like, what happened to the Jews? Like some kind of a crazy old person. It was amazing though, because you didn't know how to handle it, so we just got it.
You guys can mark down the timestamp that I'm starting to question this
That's your
bit.
dad everywhere. Go to the party. Hey, oh, man, the
You
Jews
may have spotted out of my face a minute and a half ago, but whatever the timestamp is right now is that what you can mark down.
We,
He's aging bad.
we should skim through everyone but Tom and Dat, maybe.
I honestly think it's funnier to see if people will stay for the whole.
Can turn the house lights down in here, guys.
It's a vacation episode. We give you.
That's what I'm saying. Only the coolest people have gotten this far. And know to write Taco Bell in the comments if you've made it this far.
Sure.
Doesn't seem shakeable.
This could be a bunch of checkpoints in the comments.
You gotta at least fast forward. You need to hear Michelle Wojciechowski and Fez Grimes. You absolutely need to stay for that.
Like, should we absolutely fast forward to them right now, maybe?
No, we'll get through it. I'm telling you, we gotta commit to the bit here.
We only have an hour and 10 minutes left.
All right, that's a sizable chunk. I do remember this guy being the most boring and forgettable.
Who?
Ravens fan.
Make that cool manly noise and lift weights.
I remember thinking, I hope football season comes quick.
I made this more.
So this guy will have something to do.
Unfortunately, the Ravens are playing Thursday Night Football, so he couldn't make it.
What an insulting credit to be like, you know this guy from cheering his ass off for the Ravens.
You clearly don't know him from this.
No, I'm trying to become a better person. By that, I mean I've been watching some Netflix documentaries. Another transition for you. So I was watching a documentary.
Yeah, point out your transitions, dummy.
Cool, one person, cool, two people, great. These jokes are for you.
80% of the audience.
A serial killer. That's fine. Like the big scary ending of the documentary. You know, the voiceover guy's like, Jack the Ripper, the most notorious serial killer in history, was thought to have killed up to 4 people. You say 4? That's it? Like, I'm from Baltimore. 4 people were shot there since the start of this set.
It was like Pablo Francisco Light.
You killed
It is. What's crazy is like this is like all these guys though, where like the idea that Jack the Ripper's a famous serial killer and killed 4 people, like that. There's something there, and his punchline is like, "That's it." It's like, oh, good observation.
Yeah, immediately just start talking about that dude in Vegas. One night.
He did some work. Yeah, and you can't even Google him. There, we already have a bit.
That's what we'll do with Richard Jett. I mean, you'll workshop bits together. We'll be Abbott and Costello, like.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan Lund. You have a terrific.
Oh, thank God, Ryan Lund. That was it. All right, comment. Go Ravens. If you made it this far.
If you got to this checkpoint, go Ravens.
Yeah.
Tom Myers is talking like, hubba.
My best friend.
Work with them a lot. If you're a regular listener to my podcast, Tom Myers versus the rest of the world, podcast.
Another pop. People have to be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Dat Phan's in the back punching his like makeup artist, whoever he brought with him.
You've probably heard her on a lot of these episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Show some love for the one, the only Michelle Wojo.
Woo!
Did he not pronounce her whole last name?
Pause. Yeah, he called her Michelle Wujo, which is like a nickname, I guess.
Yep.
Which is always good to, introduce the person with half their name.
Let's go Google her. I can't find it.
Someone that has listened to Tom's podcast, this was kind of an exhilarating moment. I was like, wait, Wujo's here?
Yeah, and if you're on the Patreon, we just played Tom's news appearance and she was on it.
Oh, is that right? I don't even remember that. You're right.
Yeah,
maybe right.
The house key joke made the air.
Well, guys, this was sort of an exciting experience because it's like getting to see Regan say, the big yellow one is the sun. Like, holy shit. I've been hearing that all my life. Now I just watched the words come out of this fucking guy's mouth.
I didn't know you were telling people I was on your podcast. I try to keep that a secret.
That may have gotten a genuine laugh from me.
Oh, she's going by Wojo.
Hold on. Oh, you doofus. Rewind. Don't you understand?
I knew. I was trying to. I don't know.
I'll plug for her.
I went too far back. This is a long video.
That's good. We want to hear more.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Show some love for the one, the only Michelle Wojo.
I bet she tells him to introduce her like that so she can set up this bit.
You set him up. I'll knock him down.
Yeah.
You were telling people I was on your podcast. I try to keep that a secret. Well, as he said, my name is Michelle Wojo. Want to point out it does not stand for Wojo. It's from Barney Miller. It stands for Wojakowski.
That's about a 90-year-old reference.
Now, when I was growing up with this name, it was tough. So what I've decided, what I've learned
Like,
over the
where's
years,
your house
is that
key?
famous people had my name, but they got rid of it because it's long, it's full of consonants, it doesn't look like it should be pronounced that way. And the most famous Wojakowski of all, besides me, and I'm not really famous, is Mickey Wojakowski.
Hold on. That was God pulling her off stage.
That was perfect comedic timing from God himself.
Giving her the light.
The stupid feedback noise.
Here's the weird thing about, and it's part of the reason I don't do stand up is like you do need extreme confidence, and the reason it's crucial is what you heard right there, where she's like, the most famous Wojciechowski, besides me, which is like supposed to be the joke, and then she's like, and I'm not even that famous. And like she knows that's ridiculous to throw herself in there, but you can't present that to the audience. You know what I mean? You can't be like, and I'm not even that famous, so don't well, believe me, I'm aware. It's tough because you feel the need to do that, but you also can't. It's like on a podcast, I think it's easier to because it's conversational.
Mm-hmm.
But on stage, it's like, how many words are you going to pack into this fucking sentence?
Besides me, and I'm not really famous, is Mickey Wojakowski. Who is that? Who later changed his name to Mouse. You see, the song used to go, M-I-C, see you real soon. K-E-Y.
I know it so far.
Because we like you. W-O-J-C-I-A-C-H-O-W-S-K-I. Mickey Wojciechowski.
Imagine having like a kind of long last name and thinking it was that unique that a bit had to be written about it.
And he did.
It doesn't?
He's a rat. Anyone ever know what happened to him? I mean, become famous or anything? I don't know.
Oh, stop talking about it. Oh, she did it. We did it again.
Pause.
We talked over it.
It's crazy to not only present the idea that Mickey Wojciechowski changed his name to Mickey Mouse, but then like tag it with like, and whatever happened to that guy? It's like, yeah, we got it, lady. We all know Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Wojciechowski. And his agent said, Mick, babe, you have got to change that name. And he did, because he's a rat. Anyone ever know?
Doesn't even make sense.
I mean,
No.
become famous or anything? I don't know.
Snitch on Goofy or something?
I have celebrated a milestone birthday this year. I also
Okay, now it's crazy.
We're 3 for 3.
3 for 3 have mentioned their birthdays.
Woo! For the 15th time.
Oh, yeah. She's really 78 years old.
People hate aging, but you know, I kind of look on the bright side of life and I kind of embrace it. So here's what I can tell you about getting older. I'm much more confident than I was in my 20s. I no longer care.
How do you, with any like self-respect, write a joke where it's like, yeah, I'm turning 40 for the 15th time?
And physical changes have started to occur. And I'm going to tell all the younger people, first of all, how many people by applause are over 40?
Is Justin clapping?
I think so. I am here to bestow knowledge upon you. Thank you. So one of the things I've learned is that my big curly hair over the last couple of years is becoming bigger and curlier. I do not know why.
Oh my God.
And they won't tell me. So
It was tough for me to relate to.
Performing here tonight because I'm afraid, like, suppose I performed here 20 years from now. I think if this keeps up like this, my hair is not going to fit through the door.
Oh my fucking God.
Another thing that happened to me.
Imagine if a woman couldn't fit into a room because of her hair.
So Joe Rogan did a joke sort of like that when he was talking about chicks from Revere with bulletproof hair back in the 80s. Because they had like, it's way funnier than that. Just do something. Say something about it.
Yeah, don't just tell us what's happening.
It's big, right? Huh?
Your eyesight goes to hell. Preach. You're like, oh, look, I can see. Where's the menu? I don't know.
I just felt targeted.
Shoot me in the head.
Secret book of when you get older, everything falls apart. But it really doesn't. So, you know what I miss though?
That's an interesting observation. When you get older, you start to deteriorate a little
my
bit.
friends through the drive-thru, 2 a.m. at Taco Bell, eat anything I wanted, and wake up the next
Get
morning
out of town.
and have possibly lost weight. And not because I got sick.
Oh my
Because
God.
you don't get sick then, okay? Now
I'm gonna fucking
Buckle up, son.
I'm gonna jump out a fucking window soon.
I am sick as a dog, or I have insomnia. And here's what happens the older you get. The insomnia is not just, oh crap, I can't sleep. It's, oh my God, what do I have to do tomorrow? What did I do last week? 15 years ago, should I have said that to that person? Oh my God, that was such a better comeback. Why didn't I think of it then?
How much time do you think we have left, Mike?
This is all just stuff that's like kind of true. It's like, hey, I have insomnia, so I have a lot of thoughts running through my head. It's like, oh yeah, I guess so.
I lost 10.
So you're just gonna say that and not tag it at all?
I'm gonna guess there's an hour left.
The thing is,
Hour 5.
Okay, all right, that's not so bad.
About weight loss, like when you're much younger, they go, "Oh, girl, you're looking good. You lost some weight."
She's doing
Awesome.
a dad impression. What the fuck was that?
Oh, okay, that's great. Let's go get some
No, that's mother.
Yeah, that's mother.
20 pounds lighter tomorrow. That no longer happens. Here's what people say to you now. Hey, girl, you lost weight. Oh my God, are you okay?
Who the fuck is genuinely laughing at this?
It's all so it's their family and friends. So some of them have to be like, just feeling bad for them.
Thing about getting older, and it works better if you have a significant other, a spouse, even a good friend. You know what you like to do and what you don't like to do anymore, and you can get out of.
Don't like to listen to this.
Anymore. For example, I hate going to the grocery store. My husband also hates me going to the grocery store.
What?
And here's the reason why. Because some transformation happens to me when I go from the outside of the store to the inside of the.
Is she gonna go from the just classic hot ladies at the grocery store thing right now?
I've never heard that. Are hot ladies at the grocery store?
It started on that 70s show.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I don't know where. I don't remember. I have no memory of this bit. I'm guessing she buys a lot of food, and that's why her husband doesn't care for it.
If she does another thing where it's just a real statement, I'm gonna fucking throw my laptop.
I say, "Where's my house key?"
I transform, and I believe that I am Julia Child. And I start buying everything.
Yeah, I told you.
Filling up the cart. My husband's going, "What are you doing?" I'm going to cook all of the things.
Holy fucking shit.
This is just a lady that like you get trapped in a conversation with at work or something.
I expect this to be some psycho that goes up at an open mic.
Unloading, shopping,
No, this is Dat Phan and his friends.
Same thing, I guess.
I'm so exhausted. I'm going to end up on the couch watching Netflix. So my husband now goes to the grocery store, which works out great for both of us. He sticks to a list. I do not. One, I did have to go recently though, because I was making. Well, I have a reason. I was making stuffed peppers, and I had stuff, but I didn't have peppers, so I had to go get peppers. So
Oh, that's pretty good. I had stuff.
figure I can handle this. Not like I'm
You could get more specific than that, but she's having a little fun with words.
Not again.
Stuffed peppers.
Yeah.
So I'm in the grocery store, and you have to pick out the best ones because we're weirdos. You have to pick out the best peppers. And all
Hear the door slam.
like bopping along, and
I mentioned that a few times during the show that you always know it's good when you can hear a door shut.
And I'm
It was a heavy door.
Yeah, it's right next to the stage too.
Drop dead because what I heard was David Bowie singing "Modern Love." And so I
I like that.
do all the time when I freak out, and I called my husband. I'm like, "Oh my God, you are not going to believe what's happening." He said, "Are you at the grocery store?" I said, "Yes." "Do you have 76 peppers in the cart?" "No, I do not."
I forgot this grocery store thing was still happening.
Oh my God.
He said, "Is it Muzak?" "No."
You go find a gun.
He said, "You love that song." I said, "I know I love that song. They're playing it in the grocery store."
This is just like your wife is telling you about work, and you're
Dude.
like, I don't know any of the characters in this story.
So
It's not interesting to me.
older sisters,
I
they want to play.
am so sick of hearing women bitch about their day. I don't want to go to a stand-up show and fucking hear it.
And he's used to me because we've been married since.
Still over an hour. It's been the longest 5 minutes of my life.
He said to me, "Look, take a breath. I'm sure it's a fluke. Listen to the next song." I said, "Okay." And my hand to God, because you cannot make
Tells me
this
you're lying.
stuff up. The next song the grocery store played, "Whip It" by Diva.
My God, it's getting me the second time just as good.
Grocery store again.
I still don't get it, to be honest with
I'm
you.
Michelle
People-
Wilson.
People are watching us right now. You're just so giddy and have a smile, and I'm ready to just rip my hair out.
I get to relive the greatest day ever.
And an hour left.
Favorite, ladies and gentlemen, start.
Oh wait, well, hold on. Pause 1 second. Sorry. Comment if you've made it this far. You've made it through now 3 comedians. Comment, "Oh, there's my house key," and then we'll know you made it through Michelle Wojciechowski.
This is a checkpoint.
Yes. Sorry, Tom. Take it away.
Now, big round of applause. He's right here from Havre. Big round of applause. Show some love. love for the one, the only Fez Grimes.
Oh, Fez Grimes is a real treat. You're gonna like Fez Grimes.
They're gonna get 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. Do it again.
What up?
Okay, pause real quick. That's the guy I thought this guy was going to be trying to do like a Philly, basically impersonate like the Philly crew, like Gillis and those guys. Because he walks on stage, and I don't know if you can hear it there, but he goes, "What up?" And it certainly wasn't that. It's not what I was expecting. It's definitely low energy, and I hope we can hear him. But if you thought Michelle Wojciechowski rambled on about her day and just inane babbling, buckle up for Fez Grimes.
I'm single. I want to get married.
Way to start.
I'm tired of being happy.
That's not the worst line I've heard. It's probably the best line I've heard all night.
I knew you'd like him.
Dress, I need that in my life. Sounds so exciting. Make some noise if you're married.
Boo.
How long have you been married, sir? 4 years ago, you sir. How long have you been married? Yeah, I know.
Okay, watch this.
8 years. How long have you been together? 10. Okay, cool.
11.
What about you, sir? How long have you been?
I hear 10. Can I beat 10? 10. I hear 12. 12. Then we got 12. 12. Going once, twice. Oh, I hear 13 in the back.
Wow,
There,
13 years.
Can I get a 15?
Anyways, I got a birthday.
45 years. How many you got? 45. Yeah, 45.
Oh, now he's actually doing that.
Yeah, so 45 years. 40. Give it up for 40.
I forgot. Hold on, go back a little bit. I forgot he actually did the bit that I was doing. So that was all the rant until they'd be like, "Hey, anyone topping each other in ages?" He was just going around the room. There's no joke here.
How many you got? 45. Yeah, 45. We got so 45 years. 40. Give it up for 45 years.
Shoot me in the head.
Question, is that in the road? Oh, amazing. 40, I can't find a woman to keep my interest for 45 minutes, and you got
That's what that was all for.
Mhm.
To find the longest marriage length and be like, I can't even keep a woman for 45 minutes. Never mind 45 years.
And there you go. I get it. Now I know. Go out, let him stay home and watch news. Okay. I get it. And how long, Lucian, how long you said? You said 35? 35 years. And now how long you been together?
Just interviewing the crowd.
See, look at it.
You guys want to hear what I have to say, or this random guy?
How long have I been paying her mortgage?
This is what Drew Peebles called, I believe, the biography of a crowd.
Hey, how did you know
That's right. I remember that.
she was the one? Wait, why are you folding your arms? Come on now. You already know the answer. You know what he's about to say before he says it.
This is the comic that everyone that's on the show after him is pissed at.
Well, sadly, this is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? This is basically an example of like, what comedy is in a lot of like open mics and shit, where they're not doing material, they're just like combing for a moment with the crowd that they can put on Instagram.
Yeah, but the thing is too, it's like the next comics now are going to be going out in front of a crowd that's like, we can talk.
Yeah, that's true too.
Fucking the worst.
It's like, it's not wild, but it's like crack you see her in another room.
Love you.
What was that?
Give me some toilet paper.
I feel like that's love. I feel like that is true love. She comes in there, gives you toilet paper, kisses you in the forehead, leaves. That is true love, I believe. The opposite, she comes in and she says,
If you made it this far, right? Turd cutter in the comments.
I feel like
I guess.
anybody that's in a relationship, if that happens to you, leave.
Do you think anyone will get enjoyment out of this episode?
Probably.
Okay, good. I hope so.
I'm so uncomfortable. They probably will love it.
We'll have a little fun. Loosen up, for Christ's sake.
Oh no, I'm having fun.
Yeah, I feel like I was a good boyfriend. So you
It's funny though, because like they'll say something, you're like, all right, they're gonna turn it around, and then they'll be like, I went shopping and a song played.
I'll admit I'm having a hard time hearing him now.
It's mumbly.
It's the one black guy. So the movie Temptation is a Tyler Perry movie. Excellent movie. Tyler Perry.
Oh, this is okay.
No.
Go back just a little bit. Because this is the signature bit. This is what I remember. This is what's stuck in my mind. Is his bit about this Tyler Perry movie and the journey that he takes to get to the punchline. Like if you think Tom is wordy and takes you in all kinds of different directions, this is so much work to get through. If you think you've worked so far, it is so much work to get to the punchline of this story about the Tyler Perry movie that he saw.
Yeah, I feel like I was a good boyfriend. Let me tell you my good boyfriend story. Me and my then girlfriend at the time, we wanted to go see a movie. The movie called Temptation. Anyone have you ever seen the movie Temptation? Yeah. It's the one black guy. So the movie Temptation is a Tyler Perry movie. Excellent movie. Tyler Perry is not in it at all. So here's the movie. The synopsis of the movie is it's about a young couple.
Not relevant to mention that, by the way.
You know, and rural South, and high school lovers, all that.
Could be the theme of the night.
All right. They got married. He gets and he's going to school to be a pharmaceutical tech. She's got to move to New York, so she moves with him to New York, and she works at this place where they're doing. It's like she's like a secretary at a matchmaker for like really rich people. That's what she does.
We are watching this movie in real time.
That's a job. And you know, the way she dresses, she's like very rich. So she wears long skirts.
So the opening credits.
So,
well, let me go back to when he signed with Warner Brothers.
They pitched him the movie, and he said, "Nah."
He ends up seducing her. She falls to temptation, hangs out with this man, and starts drinking, doing drugs, and pretty much, you know, cheats on her husband with this man.
Well, first, let me explain who Tyler Perry is. No, let me go back. Let me explain what black people are.
It's a very toxic relationship, and at one point in the movie, she's like, "Okay, I'm done with this. I'm going back to my husband." And it's crazy part of the movie. I'm there with my then girlfriend. Crazy part of the movie. They get into a big fight, an argument, and he becomes very violent and just.
You want to be descriptive as a comic.
At the same time, though,
Let's
her
like
husband,
back up on the
the whole
details
time,
here.
Staying with her, praying for, is like,
I must have done that. Sorry about that.
Making this work. We can make this.
I was like, no.
He's talking to his coworker, and they're talking about what's going on, and he's telling her about it, and they're like, figures out that.
Pause for 1 second.
He's talking.
I just want to catch everyone up here because maybe you think we've talked over some pertinent details.
No.
This is like if I had a joke, like, you know, let's say I got a cancer and I was trying to think of what to do with my life. And I was like, so there's a show called Breaking Bad. It was on AMC. It started about 2007. And it stars Bryan Cranston and this as a character, Walter White, and Aaron Paul as a character named Jesse Pinkman. Actually, fun fact real quick, they were going to kill off Aaron Paul in the first season. They ended up liking him so much, both as an actor to work with and fitting as a character in the show, that they kept him around. So Walter White gets diagnosed with cancer. It's like, we got it. Yes, it's a similar situation. He has spent all this time telling us about this Tyler Perry movie, Temptation, where a woman is cheating on her husband with this man, and other things are happening, as he described in scrutinizing detail. And I think finally we're nearing the end of this film here.
The man that she was with, and she's like, "That is the man that gave me AIDS." And he's like, "What?" So they rush over to where he is, goes in there, and they've had their fight or whatever, and he sees him in there, and the guy talks trash, and the guy fights him, throws him to glass, bunch of crazy stuff going on. The man carries his wife out and all this kind of stuff. It's crazy stuff going on. As in all the crazy stuff that was going on, right? Crazy stuff that was going on. I look at my then girlfriend at the time. I look over and she's like crying. She's got a little tear. So
He can't just say my ex. He goes, my then girlfriend 500 times.
Kiss her on the forehead. And I said to her, whispered to her, If you ever cheat on me, I hope you catch AIDS.
Pause. That's why he explained the entire premise of the movie Temptation by Tyler Perry.
He went frame by frame.
He went with every detail. He described their trip to the hospital and love loss that they suffered throughout the film. And then he says to his girlfriend, if you ever cheat on me, I hope you get AIDS. But there is an amazing tag to this joke that makes it all worth it. Call him a dirty dog.
The ending of that story, she cheated on me. I'm not bitter, though. I do not hope she catches AIDS. I do hope her T-cell count is like 4.
All right, that was the big tag. It's if I could translate, if you guys aren't medical buffs, what he says there is, I'm kidding. I do not hope she catch AIDS. Yes, I do. Aren't I cute?
That could have been okay at best if he just cut out most of the detail.
It was a lot to sit through.
Anyone else have pregnancy scared? Girl, she came up to me. She said
Those are those girls you hear. Those are the ones where we were like, are they with us?
Felt bad after I posted her down. Was like,
How lovely. This fucking sucks so much.
Lesson learned.
This, by the way, is all an advertisement to get you guys to go to the next meetup.
Just ends like that.
Hold on, go back. We got to hear his closer again.
There was no closer. It just stopped.
Let me hear the last things he says, whatever it is.
Lesson learned. Don't talk to me when I'm watching Maury. All right, I appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Oh, he really doesn't say anything.
No.
All right, comment Tyler Perry's Temptation if you've made it this far.
Or tempted by Tyler. Something like that.
So we'll get it.
Before we go ahead and bring up your headliner, the original winner of Last Comic Standing, Dat
Oh, wait,
Phan.
whoa, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Did Justin cut out the magic act?
No, I think it's coming up right now.
Oh, I thought he said we're bringing up your headliner.
I think he said before we bring up your headliner.
Okay,
I believe.
Gotcha. All right.
Are we letting the magic rip? This is quite visual.
I think so. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
We got someone from Edgewood in the house tonight. She's gonna come out here and get all real with you.
Okay, hold on. Now, even more reason for my reaction. He says, before we bring up your headliner, we've got 2 more acts. There's this lady and then the magic act.
The one, the only, Candace Saunders!
Candace Saunders was the most promised we saw of the evening, I think.
Tommy.
First of all, I'm not from Edgewood. I'm from Aberdeen. Get that shit right. I just live in Edgewood. Oh, where are y'all from?
Boston.
Who's here? Who here is from Harford County? What part of Harford County? Have disgrace. Anybody from Aberdeen? Edgewood? No? Where the fuck are y'all from?
Boston.
Why are Boston people happy?
People are yelling all different states.
Just New England.
Headliner, the original winner of
Too
Last
far.
Comic Standing, Dat Phan.
The hell happened?
I went too far back.
Why'd you go back at all?
I think he said go back.
I don't know.
All right.
Anybody from Aberdeen? Edgewood? No? Where the
He's
fuck?
adding time to this thing. Now he's having fun.
Boston.
Why are Boston people happy grace?
Tom fucking Myers.
I like Boston, a little racist, but
Fuck you, lady.
Adam Jones.
Yep.
Adam Jones, he said.
Oh, wow.
Justin is by far the funniest thing to happen so far.
I didn't know this shit existed. How did y'all find this shit?
Tom Myers.
Tom Myers. Who here is for Tom Myers?
There you are.
What a reaction! Yeah, I woke up.
Ah!
I love Tom, like I do. But we used to use his CDs to roll blunts on. And that's what we did.
She starts roasting Tom.
Fucking guy. But Tom Myers is one of my greatest friends in Hartford County. Give it up for him.
Why?
Because I think she realizes like that's the only way she's getting laughs at this thing.
Tom in the back? Really?
But no, it's good to see y'all. I'm just so glad to be in front of a nice audience, like real live audience. Give it up for yourself.
Meanwhile, Dat Phan's trying to get you thrown out.
She's like 6 minutes into her set and she's like, hey, give it up for fucking Baltimore.
Comedy shows on Zoom. Who's doing that? You said you were? It was fucking awful. Okay?
I didn't realize she was burying Dat Phan to his face.
So much.
Yeah.
I hate Mazda because their like motto was zoom, zoom, zoom. Like I'm zoomed out. Like I'm fucking done. The only funny
She's
part
like, was that you in that commercial, Dat?
was that the domestic violence would erupt during your set. And you said, oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm bombing anyway. Like, oh, you hear, shut up, bitch. Like, these jokes ain't hitting anyway. What's going on, man? Oh, then
By far the most confident.
Good job, guys.
Easily.
On the fucking laptop.
Yet nothing to be confident for, no material really.
Born in DC, but bred in Aberdeen. Unfortunately, Aberdeen's cool. It is. Because when
Wait, you were born in DC, you were bred in Aberdeen? Doesn't that mean you were consummated in Aberdeen?
My parents fucked in
But
Aberdeen.
isn't that what that would mean, right? If you were bred in Aberdeen.
I think so.
They know Aberdeen,
Born and bred, maybe not. Maybe that is raised. I don't know.
Cal Ripken, Aberdeen proven.
But if you breed horses, you're not raising them.
It's true. I have no fucking clue.
Because they call them like weirdos, Chester Copperpots, perverts, and we just call them Sergeant Major. Okay, that's it. Because seriously, if you didn't take
We call him Army Major.
30-year-old first sergeant to prom, did you really Aberdeen? Like, really? That happened.
Did he tell you
But
about
now
the howler?
Edgewood, unfortunately, y'all know about Edgewood. It's fucked up. Yeah. It's fucked up.
What the fuck laugh was that?
We couldn't figure it out all night.
Oh my god, that was creepy.
But like, I have a love-hate relationship with Edgewood because I had my first life-changing experience in Edgewood. Like I was there during that earthquake like 10 years ago. Y'all remember that?
No.
That was scary as shit. Because I remember I was walking along and like the ground.
It's weird to mention a weather event that wasn't like Hurricane Katrina. Remember the hurricane 10 years ago? Not really.
It's over. Then once I realized it was an earthquake, I picked my joint back up, apologized to it, and my next thought was I am not going to die at a Family Dollar. In Edgewood, with a pack of off-brand.
It was okay.
in my hand. Like,
Yeah, she's the best of the night for sure.
Can you imagine them finding me dead under the rubble in Edgewood? Just like,
Oh, don't go too far into it.
Family Dollar Supermax.
They love squeezing every last. They love, you know what they love is the last drop of a lemon, and they'll do anything they can to get there.
Over my body. And like, excuse me, Miss Lady, you got $1. That's it. So as well. But like Edgewood, Edgewood's something. But like I said, I'm just glad to be doing live comedy.
For those of you thinking about subscribing to our Patreon, this is kind of what it's like when we get a bad episode of Quincy. Where we're just kind of watching something and we're like, Phil, so what else is going on?
Yeah.
Tiger King.
Oh, what a timely topic.
It's topical. Remember when we all watched that?
And it's weird because I live here. So how could you, what the fuck, you see it every day? I don't know. But I became obsessed. It was out of control. It was so bad that I found myself like just talking like a redneck, like I didn't plan to. But like people would ask me like the simplest of questions, like, hey Candace, what'd you do last weekend? I don't know shit about fuck. Hey Candace, are you coming to my 4th of July barbecue?
Waka
birthday party?
waka.
You gonna be there?
Also, I don't know if this is how rednecks talk specifically.
I'll be there quicker than.
Hey, Candace, you bitch.
And so, like, I'd be washing my face in the morning and, like, put my head up, look myself in the mirror, like, every day, like, Candace, what the fuck are you doing? You are black and Edgewood. What are you doing? You know, so I had to get right. I had to get back. You know, I did. So I started doing crazy shit, like watching Malcolm X 5 times, listening to Louis Farrakhan speeches while cleaning my gun.
I like that one.
But y'all a good crowd. Y'all a good crowd. You know?
No, you don't want Farrakhan
I
people with
think I
guns.
Get Tom Myers fans like liking me and shit. Like, fuck you, you're not Tom. No, but no. It's
That's
good.
very funny that they had that reaction. Like, listen, I'm not going to get over on the Tom Myers crowd.
I'm so glad this pandemic is over. You know, some people don't think it's over.
We are
Like,
just
here,
over halfway through this
guy in a
video.
car with a mask,
No.
and those rolled out.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't think it's over.
How much time could we possibly have left?
I guess the best thing about the pandemic was work from home.
45 minutes, I guess?
42 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
So what's going
Well, I think most of that is Dat, so that'll be another surge of energy.
working from home was
Yeah,
the
but there's
best
still a
thing.
magician.
I remember when
There
I
is a
was
magician.
and my boss was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to work from home." I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so sad. Oh my god, oh, what am I gonna do?" You know, so I worked from home for like a week. It was cool. Then the next week, remember they closed schools. Then.
Imagine still doing Tiger King and pandemic material.
He's supposed to go. Like, is there like a child center? Like,
So anyways, you guys see what Reagan said this week?
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude. Oh, shit.
So Pearl Harbor was bombed.
So I was working from home with my kid, you know, the first 2
So was
weeks.
this place.
Cool. Yes. Y'all remember the OG Blippi before he got buried and now it's like a weird Mexican, I don't know. But it was cool. So like 2 weeks.
Talking to
I'd be in my
adults about
office talking to
Blippi.
people. He would be in his room. It's cool. So I'm on the phone, you know. But after 2 weeks, he kind of got bored.
I was just thinking when Cullinate said, but this is when Blippi was Blippi.
BGS was first on the Blippi train.
Congratulations.
Motherfucker.
We played the video of him shitting on his friends.
I know nothing about Blippi.
You know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah.
He did that with 2 of his friends. They were dancing, and then when it do the Harlem Shake, it cuts to him taking a shit on them, like a
That's
real
fun.
one. Yeah,
I thought this was a kid's icon or
it
something.
is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sure is.
You want to go to Target? Because kids love Target, you know. So we go to the Target
Naturally.
right there on 24.
Kids love Target.
Walking, you know,
They love those
yeah.
gender squashing bathing suits or
All
whatever. the
right,
fuck.
well, let's keep it between the lines here.
Chocolate milk with warm butter with tiny cream. Because clearly I'm raising my son to be an entitled white woman. It's fine.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is again where I hate to, make this a gender issue. This is again where a lady is telling us about her trip to Target
Trash out.
with excruciating detail.
For her birthday.
Yeah.
Ending up on the end of the cart.
In Aberdeen.
I'm king of the world. Hops out of the cart, starts running up and down the aisles. I can't catch him. He's going crazy. So then he decides he's going to come to the big middle aisle, like the one with all the cashiers and the people and like the registers. So he decides he's going to sit
That's in the
down
middle of Target?
in a circle.
Apparently.
Seems like an easy place to steal from.
Andre, get up. What are you doing? Andre, stop. Andre, stop. Like everyone's looking at me. Andre, stop. No, you stop, Candace Saunders. So at this point, everyone's looking at me. White women's got their iPhones out, like, oh my God, is she going to beat him? She's going to beat the shit out of him. Oh my God. Black people are walking by looking at me, humming hymns, just looking at
You know how they are.
Like at one point, an old black lady comes up to me, taps him on his shoulder, whispers in my ear, "Sweetie, the bathroom's right there." Because he need his ass beat. Thank you, Happy Grace. My name's
Wait, that was it? Hold on. Okay, pause 1 second. I'm sorry. I was just about to say, because I obviously forget how this ends. I was just about to say, you know what? She has the most, like, at least she's telling personal stories that, like, could go somewhere. And literally, as those words were about to come out of my mouth, she's like, Anyways, so I left Target. We'll give it up for your next comic.
Ending is the hardest thing to do.
That's the whole thing. A punchline. That's what comedy is. You could just say I give speeches for a living.
And that was my first day in class. Thank you, everybody.
Ending is hard. Yeah. Candace Saunders biography. Oh wait, hold on. What should they comment if they made it through Candace Saunders?
Target is for libs.
Sure, yeah. Fine. Target is for libs in the comments section. If you made it through Candace Saunders. And by the way, guys, this means, well, it doesn't matter now. I was gonna say this means the YouTube comments. Sometimes they comment on Patreon, but we've lost that game at this point.
Yeah.
We have one more act to bring up for you tonight before we bring up Dat Phan. Are you guys ready?
Thank God we don't have all of that.
He was on for 45 minutes.
I think we have 20 minutes of him.
All of you.
There's 40 minutes left.
All rise.
Oh, hold on. Go back. I want to hear what Tom says. Where the magician made Tom introduce him like this. And again, these people, they never think of the payoff of what they're doing. They think of like a good start, and then I don't know, maybe they give up halfway through or whatever it is. There's never a payoff for anything that these people write.
Act to bring up for you tonight before we bring up Dat Phan. Are you guys ready? Now,
the energy is lacking at this point.
Go ahead and bring up this next act. I'm going to ask in favor of all of you. I'm supposed to start with all rise.
Stood up.
All rise. The court of the mind is now in session. The Honorable Judgmentalist now presiding.
This is where I said, hold on 1 second. This is where I turned to the boys next to me and I said, I forgot there was a fucking magician in this thing. I forgot. We got through all of this stand-up. And then Tom says, all rise. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I remembered we're giving it up for the Honorable Judgmentalist.
Thanks, Tom. You guys may be seated. Look, I got a rule. It's in my rider. I started doing one of the shows with the standing ovation. And depending on how this goes, hopefully I end it having a two. But,
okay, pause.
Yeah.
Now, he made Tom do that. First of all, I think another great Drew Peebal's observation. That intro that Tom gave where he said, all rise for the Honorable Judgmentalist. Tom came out with a note card for that. He had to write that down. He couldn't just remember that. But then the guy made Tom do that just for the joke. I like to come out to a standing ovation in case I don't end with one. Worth it, I gotta say.
In case I don't. For when I don't.
Just in case. Yeah, now listen to this magic act and keep in mind, just in case we're not standing at the end of this and throwing flowers at this man.
I am judgmentalist. I am a hypnotist, and I am a mind reader. Show of hands. Who out here has been hypnotized before? Got one. Very few. Interesting. Okay, so...
Why is that interesting?
It's not. He goes, fuck, no one
That's
answered.
about the percentage of people that have been hypnotized in their lives. 1 in 60.
He definitely knows what I'm talking about.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Right here on this stage about a month from now, just whatever they said to do, scan the QR code or whatever, it's there. Super fun. You know.
So in case you didn't catch that,
probably
pause real quick. He's telling us, hey, I usually do magic. I'm not tonight. I'm going to be back here in like 2 weeks. So if you want to come back, scan the QR code and get tickets for 2 weeks from now. And us in the audience are all like, we're here now.
We're from Boston.
You dickhead. We're not going to come back to see you in 2 weeks. Do your best stuff. Wow us.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
Come back in 2 weeks.
You don't want to?
Well, I did ultimately, but
Similar to hypnosis, not fully being in a trance, but something like it. Show of hands, who's ever been laying in bed?
Just in general, or?
our hands are just going up and down the whole time.
Not quite asleep, but then you just kind of get jolted. You feel almost like you were falling.
Anyone ever been laying in bed? Wow.
Getting into a state
What a terrific audience.
Show of hands, who here is a human being?
Who
Wow.
breathes there?
That's a healthy portion of you.
Everybody's probably experienced. You're driving somewhere that you're familiar with, home from work, probably late at night. You get home, you're like, where did the last 10, 15 miles go? Yep, we're getting some nods here. Yes, very, very similar experience. So a lot of people have experienced something that.
Oh, good. You just going up to explain hypnotism and then not do it?
And he's like, and again, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. Everybody put your hands out front like this.
That would be hands.
Oh yeah, so I was doing this. I shit you not. I had my hands up. I'm moving my fingers the way he tells me to.
Your fists out.
And sure enough, I still couldn't see.
Half an inch apart.
What if this guy like fix your vision?
Oh my God!
I want everybody to focus.
You just hear that from the back? Holy shit!
Here's someone do like the jump heel click.
Justin, I'm driving home.
1, 2, 3. Yep, happening over here. I don't even need to look. I can hear it. Yep, there we go. Another deep breath in. Focus on those fingers. Almost as if I'm coming out there to you, and I'm taking a little string and pulling it around those 2 fingers. Now, it works a little bit more for everybody, some for a little more for some of you than others. Go ahead and relax your fingers.
Some of you look pretty hypnotized right now.
Your subconscious mind.
You're all awfully quiet watching me. Did it work?
Can I have the 2 of you guys stand up? You guys.
I did it.
We're gonna do
I
something.
stood up like an asshole.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hypnotize anybody. I promise, not tonight.
Yeah. 2 weeks from now.
Again, I'll be hypnotizing in 2 weeks. Just to be clear, you're not getting the good stuff.
If you get through this guy, right, 2 weeks from now in the comments.
But also, I was kind of like,
Don't worry, it's going to get really
so what are you doing to us then? Why are you making us do this?
All right, so turn around.
So did he just say pick a card eventually? Like what happened?
Probably about
He didn't do anything. He was just like, it'd be crazy if I hypnotized you, right?
Wouldn't it be nuts if I made you think you were like a
Now
possum?
imagine doing all that and then being hypnotized.
You know, it'd be nuts. You thinking you're something else.
Now hold those out in front of you. I want you to focus.
Now, again, in 2 weeks, right now, I could get you to bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken.
So,
But again, I'm not hypnotizing you.
all right, I'm gonna just to give you a brief idea of what I'm gonna do in 2 weeks. Can I have a volunteer onto the stage? Now, when you come up like this, I would then make the thing go back and forth, and you would stare at it. But I'm not gonna.
But this is not 2 weeks from now, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you that that's what I would be doing.
Further.
It's the craziest fucking thing ever.
Right. That's your other left. Right. Got a little bit here. Got a good bit over there. Let's change it up a little bit.
Hey, he's like, this is pretty good, almost hypnotizing.
We're getting good.
Dude, you're 2 seconds away from being a chick on a runway.
Wait, now, show of hands. Who feels almost hypnotized?
Show of hands. Who feels the urge to come back in 2 weeks?
Now we're going to change it up. I want you to imagine that thing going around and around. And I need you guys to start getting louder. When you start seeing that go round and around, yeah, let's crowd.
You might think this is hypnotism, but it's not.
Don't do it because you're hypnotized. Just do it.
Justin's the best.
Very loud.
So it works for some, a little more than others. Oh man, I'm going to use you in a moment. Can I have that back? You guys can all relax. I'll take these back. What's your name?
Justin, he's like, it seems to get worked on one man.
All right, everybody, let's hear for Isaac.
Dude, you seem like an easy mark. Can you come back in 2 weeks?
All right, your subconscious mind is playing very
So
well.
did he just not have enough time to do it?
Isaac, we're going to do something a little bit different.
Oh, he has time because look what he's about to do.
Influence you. I'm going to influence you to make a few decisions that are going to keep me safe.
Again, I'm not going to hypnotize you.
For you out there.
I'm just going to heavily suggest that you do some of these things.
First of all, you gotta know you can't be squeamish. That's rule number one.
But when I snap my fingers, you will be squeamish in 2 weeks.
It's quick, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know how to use some of these.
That would actually be a very funny act. The dude goes up for 20 minutes and he almost hypnotizes people and just leaves.
Not yet. It's the edging of hypnotism.
This is almost a to be continued type show.
Not a joke.
You have to follow me around the country, or else your fucking brain explodes.
You will follow me from show to show. Oh, Justin's going on stage.
Oh yeah, okay. So he needs some volunteers from the audience.
I have you guys. 1, 2. I need 2 more.
Hopefully we can hear this part.
You're up there all night. I know you don't want to see me. Start standing here, line up, left to right. Just face my friends out here. We got
Justin's
one
making his way up there.
So thank you very much. All right, let's have you go right here beside her. I'm gonna move you a little bit over here. Oh, for a minute, I thought she was coming up, and we're gonna have to add countdown to the story. But right here, friend. Shady. Yep, right here. You're good. All right.
All right, so Justin and like 4 other people are on stage.
Not getting hypnotized.
That's next month.
Well, he's a hypnotizing magician, don't forget.
That's what we're friends up
So
there.
there's an element of magic to this.
You, person number 1. You, person number
He can
2.
make them say the card he wants them
You're
to.
person number 3.
Wait, this is a very complex strategy we're missing out on.
2.
He's like, I'm going to number you guys 1 through 5. So you're person number 1. You, now stay with me.
You want this one to go to person number 1, 2, person number 3, or 4.
Oh, by the way, what happened is the reason we're all silent is he pulled out a staple gun. We're just like, Jesus Christ.
You said Justin like, oh fuck. Normally I can hypnotize the pain away, but yeah, it's not 2 weeks from now.
He's like, are you fucking hypnotized? No, you're not. You almost are.
And I signed the waiver. We got person number 1, person number 3, and 4.
Again, if you guys aren't familiar with my system, I have numbered these people.
Say yours, keep it to your side. I'll get you in a moment. Next gun. We got 1 and person number 4 left.
You just love mocking it in the background.
Is it the words that I'm saying are somehow meant to influence you in your decisions, right?
So what he's trying to do is basically like,
Yes.
he's basically threatening to staple their hands. And they're kind of like, what?
Why would you guys ever trust a drunk hypnotist?
All right, we're gonna get to number 1.
I meanwhile was contacting a lawyer on Justin's behalf.
I saw him doing Brady, so I wanted to be different.
Oh, okay.
Justin got the biggest laugh of the night with whatever the fuck he just said.
All right, now we got more.
Yeah, we could probably fast forward a little through this because it's very visual.
That countdown.
You're welcome.
And you and my man over there who's been waiting to do this to me since he's been
Further?
ready.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You guys we're gonna count down. Everybody pay attention. I know I got you. I'm worried about these 2. We're gonna count down together from 3, 2, 1, and then click together.
Is this your card?
It is your card. Ooh. But in 2 weeks, I'm sorry. I jumped in.
No, he's like, no, it's not your card, but in 2 weeks it will be.
I am judgmentalist. That is my time. Let's hear it.
I see. Yeah.
We're all baffled. Hold on, pause real quick. So no one knew. He's just kind of like, he did this staple gun thing, and then he was kind of just like, "That's my time. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks."
He missed Justin's head, and he goes, "I only had one shot."
I only had one bullet in this thing. We're like, bullet?
Excuse me. 25 minutes left.
All right, pause real quick. If you've made it this far, make sure you comment, "See you in 2 weeks." Because literally, actually, I think we will see you in 2 weeks on this program.
Yeah, that's right.
We may do early. We may do an episode whenever you come back, if there's time permitting and all that. But
anyone that's made it this far, if I see you in 2 weeks in the chat, they're like gangsters.
It'd be very impressive.
Yes.
Judgmentalist, everybody!
Judgmentalist.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for 2 weeks from now.
I'll certainly be back here in 2 weeks.
Get your stuff off the stage. What are you doing? Leaving a bunch of mess up here for Dat Phan. Come on, we can't do that.
Bunch of mess?
Really, you're all nice and pristine, ready-
Oh, because there's all sorts of shit on the stage. For the fucking magician.
I was going to say the magician's shell casings are still on the stage.
Yeah, it's all just cards, and there's a cape on the ground.
A dead rabbit in a top hat.
Yeah, no, he vanished.
A lot of people ask me how I got involved with that. I started doing his show.
Hold on, I gotta analyze this for a moment.
And just
A lot of people ask you that. What's the percentage of people that you interact with? How did you get involved with Dat Phan? Certainly, if they do ask you that, it's preceded by, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" Last Comic Standing was what now? Was that the Seinfeld documentary? What? Oh, I got you. Yeah. It was on in the summer on NBC.
You've been doing this for 25 years and you're only opening for Tom Myers. We know what's really happening.
like Candace said earlier about Zoom shows. I enjoy Zoom shows.
I said headliner 4 times, so I have to say headliner one more.
I enjoy Zoom shows. He kind of has a Trump cadence to him, Tom.
You spent so much time mocking him on his podcast, Tom Myers versus the rest of the world.
I get a lot of people on my podcast. They're very good people, very talented people.
There's a very good chance they'll get taken out by a Maryland driver.
Oh, yes.
There are a lot of signs out my way. You know, they have signs out there that say something like "Senior Citizen Crossing," which is a stupid sign to put up. Senior citizens do a lot less damage to the front of your car than deer. So I'm told. Jesus.
Even Justin couldn't believe
Are
it.
you guys ready for your headliner for tonight?
Yeah. Is he our headliner?
I hit my quota. It's in Dat Phan's rider for me to say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, start that round of applause going right now. He's the original winner of NBC's Last Comic Standing. He is right here in Hartford County, right here in Havre. For one night only, I can start that applause.
Tom's having a fucking aneurysm. He can't believe it.
And Dak goes up and shits on him, doesn't he?
Well, we'll see.
Boo.
Getting himself together. Boy, really building on the energy that Tom gave him.
What just happened, you guys? Just get that.
He's such a cunt.
He's the most condescending asshole we've ever talked about.
Easily.
Give it for all the comedians. That's amazing. Let's get that.
Ugh.
Give it for Hartford County, wherever this is. Let's get that around.
It's kind of, again, now we've seen he does that in every TikTok video where he's like, "Where am I? What is this?"
It's just. What is this place? There's a memorial. There's a vet over there praying. I'm eating ice cream. There's a harbor going. What people?
I know we said it last time we played that, but like, could you imagine a town with a vet and an ice cream shop?
Whoa!
What is their economy even?
You guys have this thing called fast food here?
That
that was somewhere. There's a Chick-fil-A out there, you guys. I learned.
Get the fuck out of here. There's a Chick-fil-A?
It'd be
What
like
else is there? There's roads, mailboxes.
Skywalker Grove.
I saw street lights out there.
You're not gonna believe this. For the kids, there was an elementary school.
I was there for 2 days.
They had sidewalks and grass.
So yeah, this is a very mixed crowd. There's
No, it's
There
not.
was weather. There was weather here in Havre de Grace.
The sun showed up. That was nuts.
Much weather.
Here, I thought this was a bachelorette party, but apparently they know the black guy, which is good.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, guard your wallets, folks.
I went into the white chick. I was like, "Do you know him? You're taping him." I'm like, "Okay, that was weird. Hey, does she know you, or is she okay?" I was trying to get your back. I thought she was gonna fuck you over or something like that.
He looks at his pals on the security team. Arrest this man.
That's impossible.
They wouldn't touch you, but they'll go right for this guy. By the way, he's talking about the comic that was on stage earlier, right?
Yeah. Fez Grimes.
Fez Grimes.
Both things happening. My fans are kind of scared. My fans are the ones.
Stop saying mine.
Rewind.
So,
His fans are non-existent. Other than his wife and his father-in-law, who he dragged there, there's not one person that's there for Dat.
Not a single one.
We were there for Tom. The others were brought by other comedians. So legitimately, every comic in that crowd has more people there supporting them than Dat Phan. And listen to how smug he is, where he's like, my fans who are used to a little higher brow show. Like, what a fuck you. We don't even get to the real fuck you that he gives Tom. But like, what a fuck you to this whole night, what he says right here.
Tom, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Both things happening. My fans are kind of scared. My fans are the ones that look like we're about to listen to Toto after the show.
Your fans are not there.
Hold on, pause 1 second. What does that mean? My fans are the ones that are about to listen to Toto after the show. Is that a stereotype? What is that?
I don't even know. I forgot how much I fucking hate him.
Folks, if you've made it this far, comment on YouTube. What does that mean? If you can enlighten us, please.
What's he getting at?
After the show, a little bit of rush here. It's just, and then there's like the lost group over there. There's this group there's sectioned off over there. They're like the judges back there. So judges screaming, black guys,
Pause again, real quick.
white chicks.
I know we have analyzed like a bunch of specials on Why You Laughing. Chappelle's Killing Him Softly, Brian Regan, Andrew Dice Clay, Richard Pryor, all sorts of specials. Both Eddie Murphy's. And in every one, and it kind of shame on me for not mentioning it, in every single one, I wonder, what is the crowd like? Could you describe them individually? Each one, could you go through each one and describe them? And finally, one mastermind is doing that. If you could go back just a tick to let us in on that, is doing such a good. He's described the town bit by bit. Oh my God, it's crazy. They have a vet, an ice cream place, and a Chick-fil-A. And now as a matter of fact, while the town has different things in it, the audience has different human beings in it. It's crazy. And they're all in different sections, almost like they're sitting with the people they came with.
Hate him. I want him to fuck. I hate him.
And then there's this section that's wondering what the hell, like, is this the guy that's saying she bangs, or is it that?
Yeah, remember?
It's,
That's only a 20-year-old reference.
this is nice. I saw you guys holding medallions earlier. You're wondering if you're going to be hypnotized and ass raped,
Aggressive.
Good Lord.
Right? Because you watch the tape the next day and you're naked and your dick's hanging out. You're like, I don't remember any of this. The last thing I saw was a medallion hanging, and now I'm up there.
Classic hypnotizing.
I don't know what happens.
At least he's talking about hypnotizing and not in 2 weeks from now.
Anyways, guys, if you want to see the hypnotizing act I've been working on, come back out in 2 weeks.
That's great. She's texting. That's like, leave me alone. I'm trying to watch the show with my white military homie right now.
I was talking with the black guy again, saying homie. To relate to him. Get down on one knee and kind of, hey, brother, let's rap for a minute.
I'm like, yes, but I need to talk about the black guy for a while. Please.
Do you?
Hey, my home dog. How about we squash this beef we've been having?
Did you hear Justin? He goes, ooh.
At the White House. Just all white people and one Asian right there. And you racist motherfuckers probably think that's my relative. You're like, is that my relative?
Why? Why would we think that? You are putting this on us.
You're doing this yourself.
Project much, Dat?
I did the first pitch yesterday for all white people out there, Ironbirds. That was very exciting.
You're in rural Maryland. What did you think the demographics were?
Because me and Tom were out in the field practicing the morning of, like, as if my staying in America depends on it, right? True story. Like, I need to stay in America. I want to be my daddy left me behind, please, right? Like, and we got it down, and then they don't tell you they switched the ball. Did they tell you that? Is to give you the soft toy ball, like it's Toys R Us.
I don't know if that's true.
That's why every celebrity who throws it looks like they're mentally ill.
I think Dad was just at a Little League game.
Could have been. I throw out the first pitch at the.
Instead of giving me a real baseball player to catch it, right? They give me 2 furry mascots. That's great. Just a Vietnamese guy from the jungle throwing a toy ball at 2 furry animals.
What's the stereotype there? I don't get it.
I don't know. But he's from California.
I hope he doesn't get canceled.
That'd be a terrible thing. We should get Dave on it. Dave, get him.
You guys ever do that?
You guys ever eat Chick-fil-A?
They have one here.
It's nuts.
I wonder if he does that in every city. He's like, another one. 8 for 8 on this tour.
Real hungry. Went there on Sunday.
I get the barbecue chicken, or buffalo chicken sandwich, and then later on you have the shits. That's what happens at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, he's actually doing it. He's talking about, wouldn't it be crazy if I got food there?
Taco Bell fucking rules, dude.
Continue. Continue with your genius writing. You just clench your butt cheeks after a Chick-fil-A saying prayers because they're Christians. They're not open.
I've never had diuretic shits after Chick-fil-A.
They screw you over,
No.
right? They get you
How much are you eating?
Are you just eating the skin off the chicken?
And it's Sunday, they're closed. Now you're fucked.
Oh.
You're eating Taco Bell. That's what you're gonna do.
With 2 great minds, Dat and Craig, on the same wavelength.
To be fair, I was making a mockingly bad joke, and it happened to make his set. So.
God, I just have some of the non-religious ones work on Sunday. Just Vietnamese refugees. Hello. Welcome to Chick-fil-A. Come on down. I only work 1 day a week. The rest of the week I work at the pho restaurant that's not open yet. But come inside, Aberdeen. It's me and the one black chick living out here. That's all white people.
Everything is race. It's all like, oh my God, white people exist and black people? Can you believe it?
It's not even like good racial material.
I guess, let me rephrase, because Chappelle does a lot of race stuff. He's one of the greatest ever. What I'm saying is he's literally noting the race of human beings.
Right.
He's saying these people are white and some aren't.
Like Marvel, I don't know if any of you guys are with me on this. Marvel started getting weird, right? I started getting weird, and then now DC, they just fired the whole Justice League. They have Ezra, who apparently has, child pornography problem? I don't know. He has a couple problems, right?
They do.
He's still the Flash. The movie flopped, and then they fired Wonder Woman. They're like, okay, let's figure this out here. We just lost $80 million. Maybe Wonder Woman. Maybe we're being too hasty. Let's bring the Justice League back. Let's bring alcoholic Ben Affleck back as soon as possible. Like, they're out of ideas. They go, look, multiverse. What does that mean? We don't have to write a fucking script. Just everybody comes in from everywhere. Can we do that?
Can I say, pause real quick because we're about to hit a good part. Go back just a little bit. But this is the first time he's done material. Now he's doing, like, this Justice League thing is his first actual material.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guys that were there pointed it out well before I realized it. What he's doing is, like, he was so nervous about us. He thought we were going to ruin the show that he was nervous to come on stage. So he was trying to provoke us into saying something. But we were so much more bored by Dat's act than the rest of the comics. Because the rest of the comics were at least, like, interesting to watch. Whereas Dat's, we were kind of just like, whatever. That he finally felt comfortable because he's like, oh, they're not going to fuck with me. When it's like a guy that's been doing it for 25, 30 years should not be petrified that people that don't look like his normal crowd are in the audience.
Ugh, he's the worst.
We just lost $80 million. Maybe Wonder Woman. Maybe we're being too hasty. Let's bring the Justice League back.
10 more minutes.
Ben Affleck back.
Woo!
As soon as possible. Like, you know they're out of ideas. They're going to look multiverse. What does that mean? We don't have to write a fucking script. Just everybody comes in from everywhere. Can we do that? We have 16 Spider-Mans. Can we do that? I just lost everybody. I just completely nerded out in front of everybody. Like,
When you start
You certainly did. Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
I want Asian here. Do you know why are you sitting by yourself isolated from everybody?
It was booked.
Yeah, I know.
I came alone, Dick. You pointed out.
It was not booked.
As soon as possible before they give us the bird flu. Let's get out of here. Now you're offended. You just watched Tom set talking about drugs and shit. I said bird flu once. You guys, oh, fuck. No.
Wait. What did he say there? Go back a little bit.
Did you not catch in person that he was talking shit to you?
You just watched Tom's set talking about drugs and shit?
I don't remember him talking about drugs.
Is that what he said?
Something like
Now
that.
you're offended? You just watched Tom set talking about drugs and shit. I said bird flu once. You guys, oh, fuck. No.
Tom ever wants to talk about drugs?
And then,
Could have.
Are you Filipina? Are you a nurse?
Wanna be?
She's the only Asian in here, you guys.
Wow, what a fascinating characteristic. There's billions of them.
There's billions.
You know what I'm talking about?
I found an Asian, guys.
Oh, a little Coke, a little tooth. My father-in-law's here now. Like, who did my daughter marry? What the hell is this?
Yep, that's definitely what he's saying. That is true. That's the one thing he's nailed.
Joe, were you shopping at Joe's? Did you saw the flyer or?
Oh my god, dude. You're a fucking 25-year comic. Stop only doing crowd work.
But also, doing crowd work, like, why are you here? Maybe don't shake that tree too much.
Is like we got like me and Tom and two of our black friends. A couple of white people and now a Vietnamese lesbian with an American flag shirt on stage. This is weird. And then you guys were mind fucked in the middle of the show. They're like, hey, look at the diamond, look at the
It's
diamond.
not weird. It's a mostly white audience with a couple others sprinkled in.
Close out the show. You're like, it's weird.
He's panicking.
This is a bombing of epic proportions.
Oh, yeah.
I just came for a family show.
He's easily the worst that we've seen tonight, right?
Shit, right? And now it's
Guys, leave in the comments who you think the worst was of the evening.
people are, stapling each other's heads. How about that weird dating game right there, right? Like, do you want bachelor number 1, bachelor number 4? Okay, staple the head. Okay, no blood. Like, what the fuck?
Now he's just shitting on the magician for some
He
reason.
had his friend choose who's going to get murdered. You like that? One of these guns has a staple. Who do you want to pick? My buddy Brian. Luckily, no staple.
This could have been something if he made fun of the magician right when he got on stage.
Right.
But we've all listened to him talk about Chick-fil-A for 20 minutes.
And then, like, it's kind of a high theater, and they said go upstairs. What's downstairs? Bodies? What they hiding down there? Too far?
Yeah.
That was the issue with it.
Just put her water bottle aside. She's reaching in there and she's pulling out a revolver. She's like, fuck this.
I am going to warn everyone, it just cuts off randomly in the middle because Justin stopped. I mean,
I can't say that. That's racist against
Justin stopped the guy from recording.
Justin dozed off.
You guys are like offended.
No,
The guy recording didn't know what to do. So
Complain about me.
he physically stopped the guy from recording illegally.
yes, that's right. Yeah, that's
It's like a weird
Justin knew how bad it was to record. So
It's like a goop. You're like, I don't know.
If you made it this far, say thank you, Justin, for stopping this heinous crime.
yes,
It's a hate crime against himself.
Oh my god, dude. He is bad. Painfully.
In some ways, I do think there's like a God because like it was raining sideways. I was in DC before this, and I was here, and it was like remember the terrible weather. What the hell?
I've been all over the country.
It's like June, and it's
and
like
sometimes it rains.
you know what I mean? And then the one day it stopped raining is the one day there's a baseball game.
Do you know that 7-Eleven has a soda fountain?
And I'm fishing towards stuffed animals. That's
You just said the one day it stopped raining was the one day there was a baseball game. There's baseball every fucking day.
And that son of a bitch, that announcer guy, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know what his name is. Yeah, no. There's another guy.
Tom.
There's another guy. And he goes,
He's talking about the Aberdeen Ironbirds PA announcer and asks the audience, do you guys know who I'm talking about?
not throwing it to him.
No.
Help me. Not look like an ass in front of these people.
For anyone that doesn't quite understand what that means, if there's a single A affiliate near you, ask yourself if you know their PA announcer.
You're rationing your water, trying to time your piss during the show. You're like, I want to get up, but apparently instead of an act, he's talking directly to me, and I'm about to urinate my bladder into my lap.
Urinate my bladder into my lap.
That's how'd you do it, man? How do you get all these beautiful white women to come? Who are you? Are you a pimp? Who are you?
Oh, because he's black?
Yeah.
He's talking about pushing women downstairs while they're pregnant. And they're like, yeah.
No, it was just George Floyd. Waka, 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 waka.
Again,
Injuring women.
keep it on track here. Remember the show you're on.
I know. I'm tagging his jokes, and they're probably appropriate.
I got you.
Not to Aberdeen. That gets worse out there. Let's go to DC, where we can hide. We'll just go there. We'll stop the Escalade and just leave the engine running.
So you gonna do a DC sniper joke next?
The Vietnamese lesbian. Who do we chase? This side, when this side,
You know what kind of person he is in a Buick.
Shit, the James Taylor section is like, we don't know. We're just white, conservative white people surrounding one Filipino. That's what we're doing.
He's again analyzing the crowd. Like, most of you are white, but not all of you.
Look at my sunglasses. You're so bright.
Right now. The Martin Sheen group. You know what I'm talking about? The Fleetwood Mac group. Right here.
You know what I mean?
This is the group. I know this group. They're acting calm. They used to do cocaine, but now we're drinking.
He's pointing at old people being like, this is the Martin Sheen Fleetwood Mac group. I don't get it. I mean, I get that they're old, but...
To wake up at 5. That's me sometimes. I don't...
My God.
Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Oh, well, Dad, that's one thing we are, is very calm.
Comatose, you might say.
We get excited when we watch the Forensics Files. Okay, this side.
It's Forensic Files.
Okay, oh, damn. We got some old souls here, right? Fucking murder. Murder and nerd science together.
You gonna talk about how white chicks love murder docs, Dad?
My wife and I watch it a lot when I'm not on the road. I'm by myself sometimes, and I'm a pussy. I leave one light on so the ghost will fucking murder me. Apparently, these ghosts can travel through time and space and go through walls, but one light, the ghost, you know.
Dad is disproven. You've disproven ghosts, Dad. Congratulations. Finally, you tore down that fucking pillar.
Only murder. And I leave,
Just about to shut us off here.
Files on. I fall asleep.
We got 2 minutes.
You know what I'm talking about? On HLN.
I feel like we accomplished something.
Okay, just these guys are staring at me. These chicks are with me more than this group. This group like, continue. We are digesting what you're saying. And this guy's like, poison, thallium, fucking antifreeze, drink it.
Who has reacted like that?
I have no idea.
People are fucking sick. They take like a case of Coca-Cola bottles and then they take it off.
I think Dad's presenting these topics, and then he's like, you guys are fucking sick.
I didn't think it was the wife, but then it was an insurance policy for $1 billion. And I was drinking Coke with antifreeze, not knowing.
This is inane rambling at this point.
It makes no sense.
And then I realized it was forensics and I fell asleep. It made me sleep.
I realized it was forensics. We're on a first name basis.
I don't have time to call it forensic files.
I prefer to laugh on the inside. That's their hair. Like inside, they're like, oh my God, you're killing me. But on the outside, they're like, yes. Good joke. Good punchline. I'm going to bed soon. Some of them are speaking in the bathroom to brush their teeth right now. That's
My
how-
God,
that's how
30 seconds.
You're the big closer.
Uber, take them home and they start sleeping. I don't even know what time it is. It's 9:30. I know. 9:30.
That's not a good sign.
We're at the rooftop of a theater from during the very racist days. That's where we are.
Wait, what?
There's a fire department behind us. Visitors.
We weren't on the rooftop.
Wonderful.
I think he's trying to make it sound more important.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
done.
it.
It's done.
I've never been I've been in a lot of comedy shows. I've never been at one where they're like, "What time is it?" and then go, "Ah, shit, it's 9:30 already."
My God.
And then he just starts at the end. He's just like, first of all, we weren't on the rooftop. We were on the ground floor. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. And then he says something about like the roof is from the old racist days. I don't know what that means either. And then, as he should, because you guys were probably wondering, and shame on me for not mentioning it earlier, there was a fire station next door, fire department, whatever you call it. And that's a good color for the crowd that's there, mind you. We all walked into the building. We saw the fire department. Well, comment grape show if you made it all the way to the end through Dat's set. And I gotta admit, I thought that was gonna be a lot more fun than it was, if I'm being honest with you.
I gotta be honest, I was struggling until the magician.
The magician we definitely amped up because he had a great bit letting us know he's gonna be back in 2 weeks.
And then Dat Phan comes on and I hate him all over again, making me completely forget.
Kills the energy immediately.
Makes me completely forget and feel bad for Tom, even though Tom's been a dickhead.
Yeah, well, this was an exhausting one. So, guys, let me know. Like I said, I thought it would be a little more fun than I think it turned out to be. But let me know if you got some enjoyment out of it, even just for posterity's sake.
It's a test for the gearheads. We're going to be looking at the comment section.
Yeah. We'll be back. Whatever the next episode is, I don't know. But whatever it is, we'll be back to normal. That I assure you.
Whenever that is.
Yeah. As my friend BJ Corville says, this is a podcast I just started and may never do again. So,
right.
All right. Yeah. Go to verygoodshow.org. That's where you can find Craig's stuff. You guys know. Go to blindmike.net for this program. Support the show any way you can. We appreciate it. Go follow Hack Ride on YouTube, all that good stuff. And by the time we get back, Why Are You Laughing is on its normal schedule. So make sure you keep watching that.
Correct.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
And we have a meme transition.
Sappers clear the way. Airborne all the way.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon.
I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always, rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh? What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it. One of my favorite players to cover when he was here was Mike Vrabel. Tell me Mike Vrabel's story.
Piss on him. All right.
Stop, my belly hurts.
What's that, sir?
Can you please kindly F off, please?
Anyway, God bless America.